Auburn leads LSU 23-21. Coming up at the top of the hour, Tulane goes for its fourth win of the season. It's been a nice start to the season so far for Willie Fritz and the Green Wave, who I had a chance to catch up with earlier this week, and it's coming off back-to-back wins. How much is this team growing, and how much were they sparked by the win over Army a few weeks ago?
You know, it really was a big spark for us, the way we won it. We lost some really close games in the last few minutes last season, and to get a game there at the very end, especially against a quality opponent like Army, a team that won 8 games a year ago, played in a bowl game, won a bowl game, was big, I think, for our kids' confidence. And last week we started fast and just kept going and really played well in all 3 phases against Tulsa. So, but like I've told these guys, I've been fortunate and have been around a lot of good programs. You got to flush the last game down the toilet. You got to move on to the next one, no matter what the outcome was, and prepare for it like it's going to be the Super Bowl. This is going to be the halfway point for us in the season. I mentioned that to our seniors the other day. They're kind of shocked that it goes by so quick. So we got to have great attention to detail every single week.
I know what that feels like. It feels like just yesterday I was in college.
That's right. It goes quick.
Yes,
it goes fast.
Absolutely. But let's go back to last week for a second, because I have to mention 653 yards against Tulsa, 488 yards rushing, second best day in school history. Would you attribute that to being comfortable with the system, or just a matter of experience?
Both. I think our guys, the guys that were here last season, we got a lot of returning starters. I think our offensive line is quite a bit better than what it was last year. Our quarterback is really playing well. He's starting to understand our offense, a little bit more each week. Great job, though, by the offensive line, opening up seams and holes for our running backs, our quarterbacks. Our receivers did a phenomenal job blocking downfield. I think that's the most yards rushing Tulane's had since 1944, a couple years ago. So we're very proud of being able to run the ball effectively, and when you do that, it opens up the passing game, and we're very efficient throwing the ball, particularly in the first half.
You mentioned your quarterback, Jonathan Banks, who has had a very big impact very quickly for this team, and with saying such as, "I live for this," after the dramatic win over Army, and all gas, no brakes, how much does he set the tone for your team?
Well, he's really got a lot of quiet confidence. He's not a bragging kind of guy or a guy that talks a bunch, but he's got that confidence that you want to have out of your quarterback. He's, this is an offense that he's just taken to every single week. Got great running ability, and what we want to do is try to develop our passing game a little bit more, take advantage of his quick release, his arm strength, his accuracy, because he can really throw the ball well. And in this offense, if you got a dual threat quarterback, it's a huge advantage for you, for teams that try to pack the box against you, or teams that sit back and play in the zone. Now you can run the ball at them.
How critical is the quarterback play to have the success that you want to run with your system?
Huge. It's difficult. Last season we really were trying to play with a quarterback that was from a different system, and he did a great job for us. But it's tough to a guy that's recruited for a drop back game to be able to run the triple option and the drop back game. So it's big for us to have a quarterback that has this type of ability that he can be a dual threat.
Talking with Tulane head coach Willie Fritz. The Green Wave are 3-2 coming off back-to-back victories, but go back to the losses that you've had. Obviously, certainly no shame in losing to Navy and Oklahoma, but I go back to something that Clay Helton had said last year when USC was 1-3 and everybody was calling for his job, and he said he thought this team was in the right direction. What did you see in those losses to those great programs that made you feel that you'd made steps forward?
Well, we were running the ball effectively. Banks got hurt, the end of the first quarter against Navy, and also didn't play against Oklahoma. And so we were a little bit limited in our passing game that we could, execute the next couple ball games. But early in the game against Oklahoma, we ran the ball very effectively. I think we had close to 250 yards rushing against the Sooners, which is a good day against a high-quality opponent. Navy, he took the ball down the field a couple times and looked good, in the second and third and fourth quarter with our backup quarterback. I think we played pretty well defensively. We play some good teams, and sometimes the stats don't.
It's time for Erie Otters Hockey on WRIE Erie. CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260 is proud to be the new home of Erie Otters Hockey. Now let's go live and join the voice of the Erie Otters, Aaron Cooney.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. This is Kevin Stacovi filling in for your voice of the Erie Otters, Aaron Cooney, for tonight's game. But don't worry, Aaron will be back on the mic for the next game, which will be here at home at the Erie Insurance Arena. We got another game for you tonight as the Otters host the Niagara IceDogs. But first, I think we should mention that maybe this is the perfect time for some home cooking for the Otters. After dropping a 5-2 contest at Owen Sound on Wednesday evening, Erie scooted over to Barrie Thursday night, looking for a bounce back against the Colts. Barrie had other ideas and ended up scoring not one, not two, not three, but the first 4 goals of the game to put the Otters behind the 8 ball early and into a 4-goal deficit on the road. The Otters, however, they were down, but they weren't out. They would get back on the board on the power play, courtesy of Owen Hedrick.
A minute left on the power play. Slid on for Taylor Radish. Left wing circle. Trying to feed it across. He'll find Maximich. Hedrick with a one-timer. Scores! May have been tipped in front, but Owen Hedrick. What does everybody want? Erie's on the board with the power play goal.
So Hedrick's goal at 10:51 in the second period got the Otters moving in the right direction. 7 minutes later, Stefan Patry netted his first of the campaign on a rebound to make it 4-2. But the Otters, they weren't done yet, as Cade Robinson would end up scoring his first career OHL goal in the final minute of the second period.
Looks up high. Erie strips him of the puck. Maximich diving for it. Erie's going to have a 2-on-0. Here's Maximich on for Robinson, and he scores! Robbie! His first OHL goal, and the Otters make it a 1-goal game.
So the Otters ended up pulling within 1 at the end of 2 periods with 3 unanswered goals in the second. But Barrie, they would respond with a score just 9 seconds into the third period to extend their lead back to 5-3 in what ended up turning out to be a 5-goal third period. Ivan Lodnia continued his scoring success of late for the Otters. He netted one on the power play to bring Erie back within 1. But once again, it was Barrie answering the bell to score what eventually would be the game-winning
into the
goal.
neutral zone. They tag up and come right back in. Svechnikov cuts across into the slot, hands off back door, and they score. Heisner.
So Kyle Heinzner's score was followed yet again by another Ivan Lodnia goal late in the third period at 16:57. He scored his 5th of the season unassisted. But then Barrie would go on to put in an empty netter to win by the eventual score of 7-5 and handed the Otters what would be their second straight loss of 2 games on the road. Now, however, the Otters, they're back in town. And the last time they were here, last Saturday, they defeated the often hated in this city London Knights by the score of 5-2. Now, Erie hosts one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference in the Niagara IceDogs, who are winners of 3 straight, all 3 of which have come onto the road. The IceDogs ended up winning at Guelph in their last game 3-1. And now it will be Otters and IceDogs here at Erie Insurance Arena in just a few minutes' time. We'll preview tonight's game next and bring you the lineups, goaltenders, and an injury report. And we'll also hear from Otters rookie Emmett Sproul. I'm Kevin Stacovi, filling in for Aaron Cooney. You're listening to the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show right here on the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Radio 96.3 and 1260.
An Erie Otters game is the best way to bring everyone together. Gather your family and friends or plan an office or work outing at the best entertainment value in Erie. Groups of 10 or more can enjoy discounted ticket prices with multiple seating options available. Ask one of our group sales associates today about a group outing and even upgrade into our meeting room suites for the most stylish experience at the Erie Insurance Arena. Otters sales associates are standing by to take your call and plan your night out during regular office hours at 814-455-7779.
The Nissan Altima. It's now 30% off its manufacturer's suggested retail price. This stylish car is a 2017 Top Safety Pick Plus, and it gets up to 39 miles per gallon. And it's 30% off its MSRP. Another amazing price is on the Nissan Versa. It's selling at its lowest price ever, only $11,990. Come see the Altima and Versa at Interstate Nissan, 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Route 19.
There's 2 or more at each price. Altima HN307132, Versa HL866268.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. That means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585. The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back to Erie Insurance Arena. I'm Kevin Stacovi, filling in for Aaron Cooney tonight, as we're here to bring you the Erie Otters hosting the Niagara IceDogs, what is game number 10 for the Otters on the season. Let's bring you the lineups, brought to you by Marshall Marsh Real Estate Services. The Otters, they'll be starting Troy Timpano in goal. This will be his 8th game of the season. Comes in with a 2-4-1-0 record. 3.59 goals against average and an 8.65 save percentage. He's hoping to get those numbers going a bit better in his direction in this one tonight. In front of him, the starters for tonight's contest, Kyle Maximovich on a line with Ivan Lodnia and Cade Robinson. And the starting defense pairing, Mitch Byrne and Owen Hedrick. Second line for the Otters, Max Galad. Gara Podobny will center him, along with Taylor Radish on the second line. Third line, Patrick Fellows will be centered by Joseph Mack. You know of Christian Gurney on that line as well. Fourth line, Stefan Petrie with Alex Gritz and Carson Edwardson. And the final 2 D pairings for the Otters will be Ryan Martin paired with Jordan Sambrook. And then Jack Duff and his partner Josh Wingman will be the third D pairing. Scratches tonight for the Otters: Aiden Timmermans, Emmett Sproul, Chad Yetman, and Curtis Henry get the scratches for Erie. And then for the IceDogs, they come in at 6-2-0, 12 points, ranked 3rd in the Eastern Conference and 2nd in the Central Division. In goal for them will be their staple, Stephen Dillon. Comes in with a 6-1 record this season. This after posting a 21-29, 4-4 record in 2016-17. He's at 2.21 goals against average and a 9.22 save percentage this year. Starters in front of him tonight: Johnny Corneal on the left wing with Akil Thomas. Keep an eye out for him. He'll center the top line for the IceDogs, along with Kirill Maximov. And the starting D pairing will be Justin McPherson and Elijah Roberts. Second line for the IceDogs, Matthew Phillip, Ben Jones, and Oliver Castleman. Andre Makala and Daniel Singer will be centered by Kyle Langdon on the third line for the IceDogs. And Jonathan Schaefer and Philip Tomasino, along with Brady Johnson on the fourth line for Niagara. Final two D pairings. William Lahead will be paired with Liam Ham. And Zach Schenker, who returns from a 4-game suspension that he had against Peterborough for a nasty slash on their captain, Logan DeNoble. He returns to the lineup tonight after serving that 4-game suspension, and he'll be with Drew Hunter. Scratches for the IceDogs: Yuka Schotter, Ian Martin, Josh Dane, Andrew Bruder, and Billy Constantino. Those are the Marshall Marsh starting lineups, and the injury report brought to you by UMC. No injuries. Otters remain relatively healthy this season. And for our referee lineup tonight, brought to you by Visual Options, Jason Goldberg and Len Wood will be the referees, assisted by linesman David Cianfrini and Mike Harrington. So that'll do it for this part of the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. We'll go to break. Be right back. Puck drop coming up soon here at Erie Insurance Arena. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You oughter be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
$99.88 or $149 a month on a brand new Mirage or G4? Take your pick. Come see the sporty Mitsubishi Mirage or the sleek G4 sedan. Both get up to 40 miles per gallon and both come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Own one today for only $99.88 or $149 a month. Only at Interstate Mitsubishi, 1/2 mile south of the Mill Creek Mall on Route 99.
Prices prior to tax, title, and license fees will require financing through dealer or indirect lending service.
In February 2016, Emily gave birth prematurely to twin boys at Allegheny Health Network.
It's overwhelming to think about everything that we survived. We often, in my house, refer to like the NICU staff as like the SWAT team. Like they're there to do a job and they do it really well. My delivery, I love. I loved everything about it. For someone having 2 babies at 32 weeks, 5 days, I loved it. I mean, we had bad days. We had really bad days. But I trusted the nurses, the doctors. I trusted them. In the beginning, everything is scary. And then now, at 1.5 years, we just do things that normal families do.
5 weeks later, Emily brought home her 2 healthy boys. Caring for all of her life, is living proof. St. Vincent Hospital of Allegheny Health Network. To learn more or schedule an appointment with a women's health expert, visit ahn.org/allofherlife.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. Aaron Cooney here, joined at this time by Erie Otters' first-round pick this year, Emmett Sproul. And Emmett, this is going to be the closest for a home trip for you here between Owen Sound and Barrie. But what's it like coming back to this rink? You just mentioned to me before that you played here a lot, but you happy to get out there in front of some fans and friendly?
Yeah, it feels good. You know, I got a lot of fans coming out, family and friends. You know, I just gotta play good tonight, and you know, I feel like I've been on this rink a lot, so I know it. So, yeah, it's going to have fun tonight.
You think it's a little home cooking for you? I know you've been bounced around in the lineup a few times, but last night it seems like it's really starting to come together. You starting to feel a little more comfortable adjusting to the OHL level?
Yeah, definitely. I feel more confident out there, and, you know, the confidence is building up, and I just feel better out there. It's fun hockey. I love it, and I feel more confident out there.
Now this trip for the Otters, they go with a theme trip. Looking at some of the group, how'd you come up with your idea? What did you dress up as for the Otters movie character costume, and what do you think about the whole gang going to the restaurant, going to dinner, all dressed up?
Oh, that was great. I went as Forrest Gump. Steve told me about it, and I just loved it. It was fun, and I thought it was a very fun thing to do. Everyone dressed up. It's just a fun thing to do. Get your mind off the game and just focus on fun stuff.
Now, what's it like for?
We'll be back with Otters hockey puck drop coming up on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Okay, you about ready to get your first treatment?
Yes, Doctor. Joanne is fighting her cancer with radiation. She's also fighting it with big data.
Wait till you see how easy this is. You're going to do great.
The Highmark Cancer Collaborative works with oncologists like Joanne's to provide the latest data on proven treatment options, giving Joanne the plan she needs to win. Creating new standards in cancer care is living proof. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield together with Allegheny Health Network. Visit highmarklivingproof.com to learn more.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. That means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585.
Interstate Mitsubishi is now selling the Outlander Sport for its lowest price ever, $16,988. That's almost $5,000 less than its original MSRP of $21,890. For just $16,988, you can own an Outlander Sport with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, 7 airbags, and 18-inch alloy wheels. This is the best deal on a brand new CUV you'll find anywhere, and it's only at Interstate Mitsubishi, 1/2 mile south of the Mill Creek Mall on Route 99.
Price and prior to tax, title, and license fees.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Erie Insurance Arena. This is Kevin Stacovi filling in for your voice of the Erie Otters, Aaron Cooney, for tonight's game, as we have another exciting Ontario Hockey League matchup between the visiting Niagara IceDogs and the Erie Otters. We're just about ready for puck drop here at the EIA. The Otters come in, losers of 2 straight on the road, hoping that home ice advantage gives them a bit of a boost here. While the IceDogs concluding a 4-game road trip in which they won the first 3, that has them sitting pretty in the Eastern Conference of the Ontario Hockey League. We're all set to go here with some OHL hockey action. Puck is dropped. Immediately won by the IceDogs back into their own zone as Robinson throws a sneaky shot on net from the Otters. So that's patted away by Steven Dillon. Now it's Maksimovic battling for it in the corner. Sends it behind. Here's Lodnia. He'll lug it to the near side. Looks back to the corner now to Maksimovic. They're pinching down. Owen Hedrick. Hedrick has it poked off his stick nicely by the IceDogs, and they counterattack. Here's a shot on the play by Elijah Roberts that's kicked aside by Troy Timpano. In the slot, look out. Another shot blocked there, that time by Mitch Burns. Shot taken by Johnny Corneal. The IceDogs will now throw it from the neutral zone just in front, and we have a penalty here. It looks like it will be on the Otters as crashing towards the net was Akil Thomas. We mentioned in the pregame to keep an eye on him as he is one of the top prospects for this Niagara team, and Mitch Byrne was on his back, and he's going to get called for the hook and now sent to the penalty box. So the Otters on the penalty kill already. This is a dangerous spot for them as they are struggling and on the PK, ranked 15th in the league. While the IceDogs, 3rd in the league on the power play at 25.6%. The Otters able to win the faceoff and send it down ice, however. So the IceDogs have to go back and retreat. Now here's Elijah Roberts. He'll gain the blue line. Now it's dumped in by Kirill Maximov. Back to get with Sandbrook. Tried to go up the middle of the ice with it. Didn't, but falling down was Maximov, and now Patrick Fellows able to send it down ice to kill off a few more seconds of this early Niagara power play. Minute 15 left on the Byrne minor. Ben Jones carries it in for Niagara on the near side. Throws it to the front, but sticked away. Daniel Singer tried to get a shot on goal, but it couldn't quite corral it in the middle. Now a battle for it in the far side corner. 6 players bunched up, 3 in white, 3 in black. Now it's finally jarred free, and Niagara controls. Here's Roberts at the point. Over to Maximoff on the half wall. Sent across the ice. Now back to Roberts. Roberts with the wrister from the point. Goes just wide, and now to the far side. Here's Jones. He'll ring it around the boards. Owen Hedrick was on him. Now Josh Wainman picks it up and will lug it behind his own net. Fire it off the far side boards and out. And Taylor Radish had a chance, possibly short-handed. A nice deflection by Ivan Lodnia to him at the blue line, but couldn't quite corral it. Now the IceDogs have to retreat. 7 seconds on the Byrne minor. Lugging it ahead is Andre McCullough. He'll scream around the net. Now it pops out in front, but the Otters able to control it. They'll try to get it out now. Burns out of the box. He'll push it forward. Here's Maksimovic coming down the near side wall. Tricky shot on Dillon. It might have hit the crossbar, but nothing doing it. And a nice play in the corner to send it in front by Maksimovic. Good pursuit, but nothing doing. And now the IceDogs come back, dumping it in. Oliver Castleman. Castleman behind the cage now. Now it's picked out, and here's a chance. Here's Joseph Mack in on a 2-1. Shoots, scores! Joe Mack on the 2-on-1. A turnover in the offensive zone from Niagara results in the first goal of the game, courtesy of Joe Mack. Nice play there from Mack. He came streaking down the right side after the turnover near the blue line by Niagara. They tried to get a cycle going, but the puck leaked free. Came right to Mack, and he streaked all the way down and shot it upper right corner on Steven Dillon. And the Otters lead 1-0. Otters back into the offensive zone now. Maksimovic reaches for it. Comes off his stick, however. Now Stefan Patry. Patry gains the blue line. Nice stick maneuver, but it was offside called on the play. Joseph Mack with the unassisted tally gets the scoring started for the Otters. and for the game. Face off in the neutral zone now. Garrett Podubny will draw with Akil Thomas. Thomas wins that. Thomas draft eligible this season with 21 goals in 2016-17 year. Certainly one to keep an eye out for. He has the puck now, but it's punched away and now sent up, and Timpano tried to get a glove on it, and I think it was, I thought for a second that they called an early whistle on Timpano gloving the puck, but instead the net came off its mooring, so we'll have a face-off in the Otters' defensive zone. That goal for Joe Mack puts the Otters in front, and now the Otters back on the attack. There's a weak shot by Max Golod that's scooped up easily by Stephen Dillon. Another faceoff coming, this time in the Niagara defensive zone. Joe Mack with his second goal of the season. He takes this face-off. Otters have control. It's dumped in by Mitch Burns to the near side quarter of the offensive zone, where now it's picked up by William Lahead. He tries to get it back out, but the Otters able to push it right back in. Christian Gurney in after it. Hedrick takes it at the point. Sent to the far side corner. Gurney had his stick held up there, and that enables Niagara to gain control. Joe Mack looking for number 2 now. He has the puck in the slot, but couldn't quite corral it. It goes behind the cage. Still fighting for it there. Now Patrick Fellows will give chase to the near side corner on William Lahead. Now out to the point. Owen Hedrick with a blast. That's patted aside by Dillon. Now Niagara finally gets control, but then lose it in the neutral zone, and Hedrick has it. He'll drop it back to Mitch Byrne with 14:42 to play here in the first period. Otters with a 1-goal lead. Fresh off the bench, Jordan Sambrook now. Looks ahead. Maximovich back to Sambrook. Sambrook will push it ahead. Now Hedrick with a long stretch pass to Maximovich. Now in the zone. Here's a shot by Robinson, and I don't think he got all of it as the defender got a stick on the puck to send it wide. Now Niagara will clear it out of the zone. No icing here as it comes right to Timpano on net. He'll play it off the near side board. Robinson looks for Martin now, and now Robinson in. Another 2-on-1 possibly. Ladnia in on goal, and he scores! Another goal for the Otters on a 2-on-1 break. And they have a 2-goal lead with 13:58 to play in the first period. Nice little play there from Robinson. Able to saucer it right in front of Stephen Dillon, where Ivan Ladnia was streaking right towards the middle of the goal. That's where you're supposed to go, kids. Right to the front of the net if you want to score goals. Ladnia able to put it in, his 3rd goal in 2 games for Erie, and the Otters have a 2-goal advantage with just under 14 minutes to play in the first period. Some talk with the referees and the off-ice officials at the current moment delaying the face-off. Maybe some talk that Ladnia possibly kicked the puck in. Not entirely sure. Looks like we're going to have a review here. So we will have a review. My guess is that they're checking to see if Ladnia kicked the puck into the net. We'll have to wait and see. And it is ruled a goal. So the goal stands. Otters lead 2-0. Alex Gritz wins the face-off, and the Otters in control once again. Goals from Ladnia. The assist to Cade Robinson. And Maksimovic also picks up a second helper on the play. The Otters now control in the offensive zone behind the cage, but losing the puck was Stefan Petrie. But going back to get it was Josh Wayman, and he'll find Petrie, but it rolls off his stick in the neutral zone. Back come the IceDogs. Shanker will throw it across ice. He's back from a 4-game suspension after his slash of Peterborough Pete's captain, Logan DeNoble, served a 4-game suspension for his slash back on October 1st. He's back in the lineup tonight. Now Stephen Dillon goes to play it behind his own net and will wrap it around to the far side where it's poked out and down ice. No ice on the play. Owen Hedrick back to get it. And a turnover in the offensive zone. Now getting the puck and getting tripped up was Kirill Maximoff, and Hedrick's going to head to the box for the trip. Turned the puck over and then ended up tripping up Maximoff. So a second power play try coming for the IceDogs as the Otters are already up 2 in this one. As I said before, the special teams certainly a strength for this IceDogs team coming in. Ranked 3rd in the league on the power play, scoring 10 of 39 chances. And their penalty kill equally as impressive, if not more. 2nd in the league at 89.2%. Elijah Roberts tiptoes the line. Now there's a pass in front. It's deflected up and behind the cage by Johnny Corneal. 12:21 to play in the first period. 1:41 remaining on Owen Hedrick's tripping minor. Keel Thomas will draw with Ladnia. And Thomas wins it clean. Back to Roberts. At the point. Gives it back over to Thomas. And there's a shot on goal. Rebound in front. But able to pat it away was Timpano. Now fighting for it behind the net. Over to the near side wall. Ladnia picks it up. Looking for Radish and might have had a chance, but squirted off his stick. Back come the IceDogs. Here's Ben Jones with a shot. Blocked by Byrne. Now in front, and another one patted aside. That's shot by Thomas. Dangerous chance there, right in the center of the ice, but Timpano able to stop it. Another try. That time by Corneal. Pushed aside by Timpano. And out over the blue line, now giving chase is Taylor Radish. He will get to it first at the goal line for Niagara. Now fighting for it behind the net is Ladnia. But Akil Thomas able to pick it up, and he'll gain the red line. Give it over to Johnny Corneal. Goes back to Thomas. Here's Jones on the half wall. Gives it back to McPherson. McPherson walking in. Takes a shot. Stopped by Timpano. And another one thrown out in front. Almost put in by Gurney, his own player. But it's able to get sticked aside. Now the Otters trying to get it out, and they do. Send it down ice. 20 seconds to go on the Owen Hedrick minor penalty. One last rush for the IceDogs. Picked off by Maksimovic at the blue line. Stretch pass ahead. Here's Robinson going for a second goal. Can't quite get it in as Stephen Dillon was up to the task. A one-on-one breakaway short-handed. And now out of the box comes Hedrick. We're back to even strength. That would have been a beauty of a goal had Robinson been able to put it in. Now it's back in the Otter zone. Sandbrook pushed ahead. Maksimovic with a nice outlet pass. Robinson with some speed through the neutral zone. He'll dump it in. Now giving chase to the far side wall. Squirted out in front and picked up by Castleman, and he's just going to gain the red line and flip it in as both teams get fresh men on the ice. 10 minutes to go in the first period. Otters lead 2-0 on goals by Joseph Mack And Ivan Ladnia sent into the Niagara zone. Fighting for those, Stefan Patry. Patry is it back to Wayman. Wayman with the blast, shoots and scores! Josh Wayman wound it up and fired. And the Otters with a commanding 3-goal lead with 9:41 to play in the first period. For Wayman, that's his second career goal. First of the season for the 6-foot defenseman. And now Niagara going to take their time out to talk things over as the Otters in complete control early. Shots on the scoreboard read 8-7 in favor of the Otters, but the real disparity between these two squads is the 3-0 in goals. Otters firing on all cylinders early, as that was probably a shot that Stephen Dillon would like to try again to stop, as no one was in front really. It was just a great shot and great placement by Josh Wayman. We're back in the action. Otters once again in the offensive zone. Stefan Patry gets the assist along with Alex Gritz on the Wayman goal, as there's a flip into the glove of Timpano by Akil Thomas, and we'll have our first break. Otters fans, real food, real beer, real historic atmosphere. That's what you'll find at the brewery at Union Station, Erie's original brew pub and restaurant, located downtown at 123 West 14th Street. So the Otters out to a 3-goal lead. And on top of that, you have to note that they've killed 2 Niagara penalties and have not had a man advantage of their own. So all the goals coming at even strength for the Otters. Certainly an advantage for them. Now we'll have a draw in Erie territory. False start there between Ben Jones and Joseph Mack. It looks like Jones will get kicked out of the circle. Now stepping in will be Matthew Phillip to take the draw, and he actually wins it, but Christian Gurney with a nice play to swoop in and take the puck. He'll push it forward out to the neutral zone. Gurney fighting for it on the near side boards, pushes it back to Sambrook. Sambrook cross ice to Fellows, but it's turned over there, and Niagara comes back with it. Pushed ahead. Ben Jones has it jump off his stick, and it will result in an offside on Niagara. These two teams have played once this season, resulted in a 4-1 win for Niagara over at Niagara as well. The IceDogs now control it in the offensive zone before it's taken away there by Ryan Martin. Now fight for it on the far side boards. Cruising in with it now, Brady Johnson. He gets it picked off his stick, however, and now the Otters will come back out to the neutral zone. Dumped in. Stephen Dillon, the first one there, and he'll try to ring it around the near side, but gets picked off by the Otters. Now flipped back out to the neutral zone where Jordan Sambrook handles. 8:05 to play. Look out, here's a turnover in the neutral zone. Andre McCullough walking in, fires, and a blocker saved by Timpano. Now it's still loose in front, but Ivan Lanier able to pick it up. Looks ahead for Maksimovic, and he avoids the big hit there from Daniel Singer. But back the other way, Hedrick lines up and just misses the cage. Owen Hedrick with a big blast, goes wide. Now Robinson dances behind the goal line, gives it to Lania on the near side. He'll switch with Hedrick. Hedrick pitching in, leaves it for Maksimovic. Maksimovic cross ice, ricochets off the stick of Robinson, but he'll get it in the corner. Pinned there by Langdon. And now it squirts free back out to center ice. Owen Hedrick tries to gain the blue line, but once again it's going to be an offside, this time on Erie with 7:15 to play. I mentioned that Niagara leading this season's series with the Otters 0-1 currently. Last season the Otters took 4 of 6 against the IceDogs and had a goal differential of 39-22, or plus 17 for the Otters in those 6 games. A lot of that has to do with the 10-goal game, the 10-1 game that the Otters had against Niagara in mid to late season a year ago. I remember my Twitter timeline blowing up for that one. IceDogs have control. Try to loop it in front, but the Otters will bounce back the other way before it's sent forward by Jonathan Schaefer. Now Gurney on the puck. Leaves it for Wainman, the 3rd goal scorer for the Otters. Pushed ahead and dumped in, giving chases Stephane Patry. D-to-D go the IceDogs as they pick it up in their own zone. Now out to center ice, and it's chipped in by Akil Thomas. The Otters able to pick it up, however. With some speed through the neutral zone goes Jack Duff. It pokes off his stick. The Otters still able to gain the blue line and send it in, but Elijah Roberts with some nice play on Stephane Patry picks his pocket, and now Niagara controls. They gain the blue line, and Roberts tries to throw it in. Big hit there by Edwardson on Roberts on the near side. And there's going to be a penalty there on Erie, as gaining the zone for Niagara was Matthew Phillip, and he was interfered with by Josh Wayman. So a 3rd Otters penalty here in the first period with 5:34 to play. Otters still lead 3-0. IceDogs 0 for 2 on the man advantage here in the first period. Jones and Lania will draw. That's won by Jones. Back to Roberts. Roberts looks to Thomas. His shot is blocked by Sandbrook. And now punched out nicely by Lania. Roberts has to go back to retrieve it, and he does. He'll leave it for Thomas. Now Ben Jones gains the blue line and will go after it himself. Back to Roberts now. The left point. Looking for Maximoff, and up the far boards on a blast, but it sails wide. Dangerous chance there by Kirill Maximoff. Now the IceDogs have to retreat to get the puck in their own zone. It's Roberts once again, carrying the puck. He'll leave it for Johnny Corneal. Corneal hit nicely by Owen Hedrick, and the puck squirted out to the neutral zone. Nice play there by Hedrick to get Corneal off the puck. Patrick Fellows in on the forecheck on the penalty kill. 56 seconds remaining on Wayman's interference minor. Second unit out there for Niagara. Gaining the blue line. It's Leon Ham. Ham battles for it with Fellows in the near side corner. Still chipping at it. Some reinforcements come for Niagara, and they pry it free. Ham able to get it to the point. McPherson back to Ham on the half hole. There's a shot off the glove of Timpano and to the far side boards. Now McPherson walking in. Gives it back. Here's McCullough looking down low. There's a nice cross-ice pipe. Ham had a chance. I don't think he got all of it, but Timpano nonetheless making a nice stop going to his right. Now McCullough on the far side. Circles. Tries to walk in. Looks for it up top. Timpano with the stop. And he's able to cover up, not allowing a rebound. Some extracurriculars in front of the net. Mitch Byrne giving a few shots. To McPherson on the play. Or excuse me, that was Ham. And he's going to have to go to the box for it. So 1 second remaining on the Wayman minor. He'll be out. But Mitch Byrne into the box now for 2 minutes. So what will be 5-on-3 for a second for Niagara will turn into a 5-on-4 power play once again. It's the IceDogs being given opportunities at the moment to come back into this game, down 3-0. 3.5 minutes to go in the first period. Roughing minor for Byrne. Rodney is able to win the draw, and off the faceoff, there's Maximoff with the try, and he had it blocked. Taylor Radish tried to throw it ahead to Wayman coming out of the box, but nothing doing there. It's the top power play unit back on for the IceDogs. But Lodnia able to poke check it away from Maximoff to bring it back all the way to the Niagara zone. IceDogs gain the blue line. Here's Cornell on the half hole. Looking cross ice, but another nice play from Lodnia, and he backhands it all the way down ice. Where Stephen Dillon leaves it for Elijah Roberts. Roberts. Give it to Ben Jones, who fires it in. Timpano plays it behind the net. It's gloved down by Thomas. Now over to Roberts. Roberts walking in, looking across. Left for Thomas. Thomas in the right circle. Couldn't pull the trigger and has to retreat. Now back to Thomas. Thomas fires a shot and scores. Might have been tipped by Ben Jones in front. I believe it was, as Ben Jones picks up the power play goal. And the IceDogs pull within 2 here at Erie Insurance Arena with 2.5 to play in the first period. For Jones, that will be his 6th goal of the season. His 10th point. '18-year-old from Waterloo, Ontario, brings Niagara within 2. 3-1 Otters lead, 2.5 minutes to play in the first. IceDogs will gain the zone once again. Mitch Byrne out of the penalty box. We're back to even strength after the power play goal. Here's Patrick Fellows trying to get it out. Now it's left for Jack Duff. Duff will go to Wayman. Back to Duff now. Cross ice, here's Gurney. Gurney gains the center line and will dump it in. Joe Mack in after it. Picked up by Niagara. They'll break out. Here's Brady Johnson. Nice back check there from Gurney. A nice little play there from Fellows to spring Mack open. Mack tries 1-on-2. His shot goes wide. There's Max Golod. Golod beats him and scores! What a play there. Taylor Radish on the board. A sneaky little shot there from Radish off a nice feed from Max Golod, and just like that, the Otters are back up by 3. The second goal on the season for Taylor Radish, the 42-goal scorer from 2016 and 17. And now Stephen Dillon gets the hook in goal for the IceDogs as Colton Ince will replace him. Dillon heads to the bench and a new goaltender for the IceDogs, Colton Ince. He's appeared in 2 games this season, a 0-1-0 record, 6 goals against average for the 18-year-old from Buffalo, New York. He's in net now for the IceDogs, who trail by 3. The Otters might have another chance here. Here's 2-on-1. Dancing with it in front for Radish. Couldn't quite put it home. A nice play there by Podubny. Radish couldn't quite couldn't put stick on puck to finish the play. But once again, that's the third 2-on-1 opportunity in this opening period for the Otters. They still control in the offensive zone. Podubny looks back for Sandbrook, rolls off his stick. He's able to retrieve, however. Now Radish in the middle of the ice, blocked in front, still loose. Now squirted out to the far side. IceDogs finally able to get control. They feed it on the near side. Nice pinch in there from Ryan Martin. The Otters keep it in the zone. Max Golod now gloves it down high off the glass and pushed back in by Martin. Ladnia gives chase fresh off the bench. But now the IceDogs finally with some space to breathe in the offensive zone. Ben Jones, but he's forechecked aggressively by Ladnia. Still struggling to get the puck out. 16 seconds to play here in the first period. IceDogs will just send it down and change. Maybe one last rush here for the Otters. Ladnia tried to get a stick on it, but couldn't. And that goes all the way down for an icing. 8 seconds to play here in the first period. Now Niagara with the offensive zone draw might have one last shot to get a goal before the period on Troy Timpano. And there's a false draw there as Ladnia is going to get kicked out of the offensive circle, or the defensive circle rather. Now Maximovich will step in to take the draw. Mistaken. Ladnia comes back in. Must have been a misdraw by the referee. Ladnia is able to win it, and he'll chip it out to center ice. Stick down by Roberts, and he'll just send it in. As we have the end of the first period, Otters come out strong here at home after a 2-game road trip, and they lead 4-1 against Niagara in the first period. We'll take a quick break here from the Erie Insurance Arena. You're listening to Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Lissa was diagnosed with breast cancer at Allegheny Health Network when she was only 27.
One of my nurses dropped me off at my door, sent me a text and said, "You don't need to come outside. There's food for you and your husband outside." And it was like, who does that? Like, that is beyond the level of care that is even required. Anytime I would have like a moment of panic or something wasn't going right, I'd call and they would call me back right away. If they didn't answer right away, it was always my nurse that I would talk to, and she would get an answer for me immediately.
Since 2016, Lissa is cancer-free. Caring for all of her life is living proof. Erie's top-rated hospital for women's health is St. Vincent of Allegheny Health Network. Visit ahn.org/allofherlife to learn more or schedule an appointment. Claim based on Quantros 2017 CareCheck's National Quality Rating Database.
Okay, John, shelves are stocked.
So are the new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
Like Lucky You, with progressive top prizes.
Yep, winning's never been faster.
Not faster than me clearing these shelves.
Dude, I hope you're even faster at restocking.
Yeah.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the UPMC Intermission Report. Aaron Cooney here, joined this time by Erie Otters assistant coach Wes Wolf. Wes, one season in the OHL, an OHL championship. Were you the missing ingredient that this team needed to get over the hump?
I sure like to tell everybody that that's the case, but I think it was just a perfect storm. There were a lot of things that came together. The guys that we brought into the trade deadline were a huge acquisition, and really I was just happy to be along for the ride.
What did you learn through that? I mean, we'll get to the coaching staff here now, but to work with someone like Chris Knobloch even for a year, to just pick his brain and have somebody like that who's now on to the NHL, and I'm sure that's the destination for a lot of coaches, but to have that opportunity at such a young age to lean on somebody and learn from a guy like Knobloch.
Yeah, Chris was a tremendous mentor. It was obviously a great learning experience, just getting to work with him every day by osmosis. I think I absorbed a lot of information, but I think the thing I admired the most about Chris working with him was that as much as it was in a learning experience from him, he also is continuously looking to learn and seek new knowledge and ways to get ahead. And I think that's a good lesson for me as a young coach, but for really any coach, to constantly be learning and trying new things. And that was something that I really admired about Chris.
And with that learning new things, and I think you were one of the main catalysts for this, but that Niagara area coaches clinic, put that on and go through that, and the guests you had to be a part of that. What did it mean for you, and also for your home area and where you grew up, and to have an experience like that?
Yeah, it was very gratifying to be able to organize coaching seminar like that. And, specifically the Niagara region, there are so many guys who've moved on in their coaching careers to higher levels, and it was something that was important to me to give back to the grassroots level coaches, but also for a learning experience for myself, to learn from some of those guys that I look to as mentors, and to share some of the knowledge that I learned last year. So it was a really neat experience, something that we plan on doing again, and I was really proud of the fact we put it together in a short period of time, raised some food for a local food bank, and put it on for free for the local coaches. So it was cool.
For this year, you have obviously the changes behind the bench. In comes Chris Hartsburg, with Chris Knobloch moving on. You still have BJ Adams around, and the promotion for him as an associate coach. What's the dynamic like in the coaches' lounge, I guess, with the three of you guys working together, and how much has changed between Hartsburg and Knobloch, the two Chris's?
Well, I think as new Chris put it, he's outwardly passionate, and at times I think old Chris was inwardly passionate, but one thing that they share in common is that passion to make the team better and to win hockey games. Away from the bench, the dynamic hasn't really changed a lot. We're all professionals and we're all here to do our job, but at the same time, we can all be friends, and at the office it's a fun working environment when you all share a common goal. You can stay focused, but at the same time, still have fun with it. And so I guess the number one benefit is that I didn't even have to learn a new first name. We can just look down and still say Chris when I yell down the hallway.
Yeah, I'm good with that too, because I'll get the interviews like Chris Hartsburg. Yeah, but speaking of having fun, it's another one of these theme trips that we just wrapping up on here in Barrie. I ended up with Owenstown last night, but started kind of last year. I didn't know if this grew from you, but we had the 70s trip and now movie characters. What goes into the planning, and what's this do for especially a young group? Just an extra bonding and maybe enjoying each other's time and seeing some of these costumes.
Yeah, I think it's important to break up the monotony of a long schedule, the travel. It can get to be a grind, and one of the things is we try and allow our players to lead as normal lives as they possibly can for young teenagers coming through, and sometimes they lose out on some of the social experience, but I guess you can say we're taking a page out of the Cubs way. Joe Madden does the same thing with the Chicago Cubs, and I think we just felt that it's something that's important to not always take yourself so seriously and to have a little bit of fun, like you said, team building, and put together some contests for the costumes, and it's always fun to see what guys come up with. But I think, to galvanize a young group like ours especially, we need to come up with unique, inventive ways to have team building, and the themed road trips are one of them. So I guess we can stay tuned because there are more ideas to come.
Thanks to Aaron Cooney and Wes Wolf for that interview. We'll be back with a quick recap here in just a bit to recap the first period here on the UPMC Intermission Report. You're listening to Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Okay, you about ready to get your first treatment?
Yes,
Joanne is fighting her cancer with radiation. She's also fighting it with big data.
Wait till you see how easy this is. You're going to do great.
The Highmark Cancer Collaborative works with oncologists like Joanne's to provide the latest data on proven treatment options, giving Joanne the plan she needs to win. Creating new standards in cancer care is living proof. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield together with Allegheny Health Network. Visit highmarklivingproof.com to learn more.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You ought to be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
At Tim Hortons, we've got something new. Because we know change is exciting. Change is good. Change is delicious. Try our new hash brown sticks. Golden and crispy, they're perfect for dipping and sharing. Pair them with our new Western Omelet Breakfast Sandwich. Get both for just $3.49. Only at Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants for a limited time. Offer valid with biscuit, English muffin, and classic bagel breakfast sandwiches with protein, Western omelet, and cheese.
Okay, John, shelves are stocked.
So are the new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
Like lucky you, with progressive top prizes.
Yep, winning's never been faster.
Not faster than me clearing these shelves.
Dude, I hope you're even faster at restocking.
Yeah.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back to Erie Insurance Arena, where the Otters lead the Niagara IceDogs 4-1. We'll continue with the UPMC Intermission Report. Recap what happened in that first period. The Otters trying to get off a 2-goal slide, able to get the first 3 goals in this one. First, Joseph Mack scored his second of the season unassisted at 3:28. Nice play on the breakaway, firing a shot up and over the shoulder of Stephen Dillon, make it 1-0. Then Ivan Lodnia at 6:02 in the first period scored his 6th of the season assists to Cade Robinson and Kyle Maximovich. Otters led 2-0 at that point. And then Josh Wainman with his first of the year on a blast from the point. Stefan Patry and Alex Gritz won the battle low, able to get it out to Wainman, who walked right into one and reared back and fired and completely beat the goaltender Dillon, who had no one in front of him, no one screening him or anything. It goes into the net. The Otters lead 3-0. The IceDogs do get one back on the power play. They were 1 for 4 on the power play in that first period, but the one they did get, Ben Jones redirected a shot by Elijah Roberts to make it 3-1. But less than 2 minutes after that, the Otters got it right back as Taylor Radish scored on a great feed from Max Golod. Put a shot to the right side and behind Stephen Dillon, and that's what got him yanked from goal, and that's where we stand now. Otters lead 4-1 going into the second period. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You ought to be staying with the best. Peterborough took care of business in an early game today, defeating Sudbury 6-3. Other games in action currently. Flint leads Mississauga after the first period 2-0. Kingston and Hamilton in Hamilton tied at 0 going into the second period. Near the end of the first period, still scoreless in Saginaw between the Kitchener Rangers and the Spirit. Guelph and Sarnia. Sarnia leads 2-0 after one. North Bay and Barrie still scoreless in the first period. And Oshawa and Owen Sound also scoreless in the first period of play. When we come back, we'll have the second period for you. This has been the UPMC Intermission Report. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Okay, you about ready to get your first treatment?
Yes, Doctor. Joanne is fighting her cancer with radiation. She's also fighting it with big data.
Wait till you see how easy this is. You're going to do great.
The Highmark Cancer Collaborative works with oncologists like Joanne's to provide the latest data on proven treatment options, giving Joanne the plan she needs to win. Creating new standards in cancer care is living proof. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield together with Allegheny Health Network. Visit HighmarkLivingProof.com to learn more.
Where's the only place to get official Erie Otters merchandise? Well, that would be by visiting the Erie Otters store, of course. Part of the Erie Otters front office, located at 201 East 8th Street. Fans can browse the largest selection of certified official Erie Otters shirts, hats, sweatshirts, novelties, and more. While you're there, order your custom-made Otters jersey, now available in the new white version. Merchandise is also available 24/7 online at ErieOttersStore.com and can be purchased at the Erie Insurance Arena at pop-up shops during all Erie Otters home games. Show your Otters pride and wear what the team wears.
As more and more companies offer their employees a choice of health plans, more and more people are deciding UPMC Health Plan is the best choice. With affordable in-network access to UPMC and other doctors and hospitals in your community, plus award-winning customer service, it's no wonder UPMC Health Plan is the fastest-growing health plan in the region. So when your employer gives you a choice this year, make the choice more and more people are making. Choose the best. Choose UPMC Health Plan.
An Erie Otters game is the best way to bring everyone together. Gather your family and friends or plan an office or work outing at the best entertainment value in Erie. Groups of 10 or more can enjoy discounted ticket prices with multiple seating options available. Ask one of our group sales associates today about a group outing and even upgrade into our meeting room suites for the most stylish experience at the Erie Insurance Arena. Otters sales associates are standing by to take your call and plan your night out during regular office hours at 814-455-7779.
The Nissan Altima. It's now 30% off its manufacturer suggested retail price. This stylish car is a 2017 Top Safety Pick Plus, and it gets up to 39 miles per gallon. And it's 30% off its MSRP. Another amazing price is on the Nissan Versa. It's selling at its lowest price ever, only $11,990. Come see the Altima and Versa at Interstate Nissan. 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Route 19.
There's two or more at each price. Altima HN 307-132, Versa HL866268.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. That means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585. The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back for the second period here at Erie Insurance Arena. Otters lead Niagara 4-1. There's a wrist shot right off the bat from Owen Hedrick that sails wide. Thanks for tuning in again, everyone. I'm Kevin Stacobi, filling in for the voice of the Erie Otters, Aaron Cooney, for tonight's game. Otters with a dominant first period, lead 4-1. They're currently fighting for the puck back in their own zone. Nice job by the IceDogs to keep it in. Sent to the point now. There's a wrist shot that wasn't 100%. And is sticked away by Mitch Byrne. Jonathan Schaefer with the try on net. Now Ladnia will go after it. Now Maximovich on the near side. He'll just carry it out to center, flip it up, and head to the bench for a change. Shots on goal in advantage of Niagara, 11-9 after the first period, but the Otters, obviously with the big advantage on the scoreboard, 4-1. Now Max Golod with some speed through the neutral zone, trying to make a move. Pulls up, spins around. He'll find Garrett Podubny in the corner. Now left for Golod. On him is Zach Shanker. Fed in front. Podubny couldn't quite pull the trigger, but Sandbrook able to keep him in. His long-range shot is caught by Colton Ince, the backup goaltender entering tonight for the IceDogs. He ended up coming in for Niagara after the fourth goal was given up by starter Stephen Dillon with 18-17 into the first period. Otters, nice job by Podubny to keep that in the zone, and now Golod with it. Looks in front for Podubny, but it rolls off his stick, and the IceDogs now counter. Dumped in, giving chase. It's Castleman. Castleman on the tail of Ryan Martin. Martin over to Golod at the blue line now. Now fed in front. There's some space for Podubny. Podubny down the right wing. And now he leaves it back. Golod able to retrieve. Golod tries to go down the far side, but he's pinned there on the boards. Now the IceDogs, it's Singer. He'll try to get it out, struggling to. They do get it out to center, but the Otters are back in control. Fed ahead. Fellows reaching for it. Couldn't quite get it. He'll retrieve it in the near side corner. Now Joe Mack, the first goal scorer of the game for the Otters, leads it back. There's a blast from Jack Duff, but it's gloved by Colton Ince. The IceDogs went 1 for 4 on the power play in that first period, and the Otters did not have a power play chance of their own in the frame. So obviously the special teams chances in favor of Niagara, but the Otters able to at least limit the damage as of right now to just the one goal. Can't keep doing that against this team, as there's a pad stop by Timpano and another shot by McPherson that time from the point goes wide. Now the Otters counterattack. Here's Alex Gritzin after it to the far side corner. Pinched off him. Now fed to the near side. Stephane Patry working behind the cage. Now Gritz will come in and help. Looks in front. Fed back. Here's Wainman. Over to Duff. Duff wristed on that. Redirected by Patry. But it goes wide to the corner. Now Niagara out on the counterattack. Sent in by William Lahead. Sent all the way down, and a nice job there by Ince to just let it go to the back boards for an icing, resulting in an offensive zone faceoff for Niagara. Goal scorers again for the Otters. Joseph Mack with his second of the year. Ivan Ladnia got his sixth of the season. Josh Wainman with his first of the season and second career goal with the Otters. And then Taylor Radish with his second of the year is the big one in the goal scoring department that the Otters would like to see get going, and he gets one here for his second of the year. IceDogs maneuver into the offensive zone, but it's going to be an offside as Maximov couldn't stay onside for Zach Shanker, who tried to gain the blue line. 15:57 to play here in the second period. Draw just in front of the Niagara bench in the neutral zone. Won by the Otters. Here's Owen Hedrick now. D to Byrne. Byrne feeds it up for Maximovich, who chips it forward, where it's picked up by the IceDogs. Otters able to keep it in the zone, and whiffing on it there was Johnny Corneal, and the Otters are going to control now. Ladnia to the center of the ice. Wrist shot goes wide. Picked up by Akil Thomas. Chips it forward. Mitch Byrne able to get back there and retrieve it. Delayed offsides until it's fished out to center and picked up by Akil Thomas. Shankar feeds it ahead, looking for Corneal. deflects off his stick and goes behind the Otters' cage, where it's picked up now by Hedrick. Hedrick ahead to Maksimovic. Maksimovic looking for Robinson. Robinson able to win it now and chip it deep. Robinson looks in front, batting it out of the air was Ladnia. Couldn't quite get a stick on it. Otters remain control though. There's a wrist shot blocked from the point. Shot by Hedrick. Now back the other way. Here's Ben Jones looking for his second of the game. Tried the power move. Nice defensive play there by the Otters to keep him from getting a good chance off. Now it's on the near side. Fed in front. Jones looking all alone, and in front they score. It's Matthew Phillip on the doorstep. Nice play there from the IceDogs to pull within 2 at 14:31 remaining in the second period. A simple forecheck there, and a nice play from Ham to jar it loose to Ben Jones, who found the middle of the ice, threw it on net, and then all alone to pick up the garbage was Matthew Phillip. That's his second goal on the season for the IceDogs, and it pulls them within 2 here in the second period. IceDogs looking for another. Here's McCullough. Back to Roberts. Roberts lets one go, and it goes high. Feel a little bit of momentum coming for the IceDogs, but there's a turnover. Here's Radish, one-on-one with McCullough. Nice stick work there from McCullough, but Podubny able to pick it up. Sends it in front, no one home. Now Martin with a try, patted aside by Ince. Now Roberts collects it for Niagara. Pushed forward. Here's Langdon. Langdon fires one in front. Again, no one home for the IceDogs. Behind the cage, it's Zambrook. They'll feed it along the far side. There's a blast from Roberts that gets sticked aside by the Otter defense. Now it's Martin in the corner, trying to get it out. IceDogs coming out with a bit more energy here in this second period. Couple shifts in the offensive end, resulting in some good chances here. Looks like we're going to have a slashing call here on the Otters once again. So a 5th power play try coming up for Niagara as Jordan Sambrook is going to head to the box. Another prime opportunity for the IceDogs to possibly crawl back into this one. They got the first goal of this second period to pull within 2. Now on this power play looking to possibly make it 1. 13-18 to play in the second period. IceDogs win the faceoff. Their top units out there. Here's Maximov trying to find Roberts, but a nice stick there from Fellows. He chips it and chases, but that's going to get to Colton Ince first. He plays it forward. Christian Gurney there looking back for his defense. Big hit by Byrne. Some extracurriculars behind the play. Byrne wasn't happy about the hit from Ben Jones on that one. Meanwhile, the puck all the way down in the IceDog zone. Good pressure here from the Otters penalty killers as they head to the bench. Forwards change. Fellows and Gurney to the bench. Ladnia and Taylor Radish now out as the defensive forwards on this penalty kill. Here's Thomas down the left wing. Thomas fires a wrister and a good stop there from Timpano. Making the good stop on the ever-dangerous Akil Thomas. Points leader for this IceDogs team with 4 goals and 7 assists for a total of 11 points on the season. And a 21 goal scorer last season, one of the top prospects in the Ontario Hockey League. Could hear his name called on draft day and called early. The faceoff is deflected towards Chimpano, and he tried to get it out, but Thomas, his body able to stop it and send it to the near side. He goes back out to Roberts at the point. Roberts finds Thomas. Thomas looking down low. It's Jones. Jones circles. Looks to the slot for Thomas, but picked his pocket, and fanning on the clear attempt was Wainman, but able to pick him up was Martin. Still in the zone, however, and now the IceDogs have it loose. It's sent in front softly by Cornell and sticked aside by Timpano. Now finally, the Otters able to clear it to the near side, but not out. Elijah Roberts with the nice play to keep it in. Now sent down for Ben Jones behind the cage. Thomas, loose puck up in front, and finally the Otters able to send it down ice. Lodnia gets the clear. 17 seconds to go on the Sandbrook minor for slashing. 11.5 to play here in the second period. IceDogs gain the zone. Now sent behind the net. Castleman fighting for it there. Sends it in front, but it leaked just wide. Dangerous play there from the IceDogs, but out of the box comes Sandbrook. He has it. Finds Maksimovic. 3-on-3 here. Maksimovic to the far side. 3 IceDog defenders on him. Some space now. Here's a blast from Hedrick. That's caught by Colton Ince. 11 minutes to play in the second period. Another killed penalty for the Otters. IceDogs now 1 for 5 on the man advantage. Their percentage could take a hit if they get any more killed off in this one by the Otters. Did come in at 25%, just over 25%. Good for third best in the league. They have the puck now. It's turned over, and the Otters now gain control. Sent ahead for Mitch Byrne, but Byrne couldn't reach it, and now back to Shanker. Shanker goes D to D, now to the neutral zone. Nice play there by Stefan Patry, and he'll dump it in. Played by Ince, around to the far side. Lahead pushes it ahead. Now Hedrick will take it. Looks for Patry on the near side boards. It's poked off his stits. Now look out. Here's Lahead. Down the right side. His shot is sticked aside by Owen Hendrick. A nice play there to send it up into the glass behind the cage. Still in the offensive zone for Niagara. Hedrick battles for it there with Lahead. Now sent behind. Here's Tomasino. We have a stoppage of play now. Looks like we're going to have another penalty here. It's going to be a slashing call. It's going to go against the IceDogs. Philip Tomasino into the cage for the Otters' potential first power play of the evening, and now come up shortly after they clean the ice here at Erie Insurance Arena. Otters fans, keep your clothes in top shape with Chido's Dry Cleaners, complete with an easily accessible drive-through and free pickup and drop-off. Chido's Cleaners is second to none. That's Chido's Dry Cleaners, the official dry cleaning service provider of the Erie Otters. So the Otters, after having to kill off 5 power play tries, being successful on 4 of those, they will finally get their first power play opportunity of the game. 9:47 to play in the second period. Score remains 4-2 in favor of the Otters. And the top unit out there with Podubny taking a draw. And he'll win it. Back to Hedrick. Hedrick able to keep it in. Almost went over the blue line there. Slodnia fires. That's stopped by Shanker. And a blast from Radish that sails high. And it will wrap around the boards and out. Owen Hedrick has to go back for it with 9:30 to play. Hedrick lug it forward through the neutral zone. Drop it back for Radish. Just out of the reach of Maksimovic now, and Lodnia able to pick it up. He'll gain the blue line. Big hit there. His stick goes flying, and there's a penalty on the play. It's going to be on Niagara. Otters are going to have an extended 5-on-3 for at least a minute 28. Lania circled to the center of the ice. He got hit and his stick went flying all the way down into the Otter zone. Now Shanker is going to get hit with the kneeing penalty. So Shanker to the box for kneeing, and a 5-on-3 chance for the Otters to extend their lead. Radish with the puck. Plays catch with Hedrick. Hedrick down low. Back to Hedrick. Now to Radish. Back to Hedrick. Now Maximovich has it pop off his stick, but he's able to grab it. Back to Hedrick. Radish with the one-timer. And that's a nice stop there from Colton Ince, going from his left to his right. Able to make the stop there. Keep the Otters off the scoreboard. The Otters enter tonight's game 6 of 38 on the power play. That's 15th best in the OHL at 15.8%. And they've also allowed 3 short-handed goals. So don't count out the IceDogs with their talent that they can't bring one back the other way. It's going to be tough on the 5-on-3, however. The Otters control. Radish down to Maximovich. The W in front. And a nice play there. Is reading the pass on the play was William Lahead, and he's able to send it down, kill a few seconds off on this 5-on-3. 43 seconds to go on the initial penalty to Tomasino. Hedrick over to Radish. Radish circles to the middle of the ice. Back to Hedrick with the blast that goes wide. Loose puck. Maximovich can't find it, but he's able to retrieve it and get it back to Radish on a wide open cage for Ivan Lania. The pass unable to connect, and it heads back out to the neutral zone. Otters do gain the zone once again. Lania on the half wall now, walking in. Out to Hedrick. Now Radish. Trying to eye up a shooting lane. Radish with the one-time blast from Maximovich, patted aside by Ince. 2 seconds in, 1 out of the box comes Tomasino. Over to Radish. Now Hedrick on the back door for Lania. Decides to pass instead, and a shot blocked. Taken by Radish, and Tomasino able to push it out towards center. Back the other way. Here comes Radish streaking down the left wing. Left for Lania on a backhand pass. Goes errant and picked up by Lahead, who sends it down ice. 8 seconds to go on Shanker's minor penalty. It's the Otters unable to convert on the 5-on-3, and now back to even strength. It's Christian Gurney down now the far side. Scoots to the middle. He'll get the puck now in the near side corner. Sends it in front, but a nice stick there from Ince to send it up high and behind the cage. Here's Sandbrook wristing it on net. It goes wide. Byrne able to retrieve, pinching in. 6:48 to play in the second period. 4-2 lead for the Otters. Big hit there on the near side, and the IceDogs able to bring it back. It's Langdon. Langdon, nice play there from Fellows to poke it off his stick, and Gurney back the other way. Down the right side. He blows an edge, and it's picked up by Niagara. They'll send it in deep and go to the bench for a change. Stopped by Timpano behind the net. Sandbrook looking for the stretch pass to Fellows. He's able to redirect it in, and he'll head to the bench for a change. 6:15 to go in the second period. 4-2 the score. Otters lead. Maximov tries to throw it in front at the sharp angle. That's blocked aside by Hedrick. Now making a move with it is Corneal. But the Otters able to pick it up and send it deep. Now retrieved by Niagara once again. Long stretch pass attempt, but blocked by Martin. Walked in, looking for Galad on the back door. Can't quite grab it. Battle for it behind the net now. Maximovich able to pinch it in. Max Golod there fighting for it with Akil Thomas. Thomas able to pry it free to Maximov. Maximov looking ahead to Corneal. Corneal trying to find Thomas in the middle. They're onside. They control the puck now. Now sent in to Maximov. He can't redirect it. Now Thomas canceled out by Hedrick on the near side. But Corneal able to walk in front. Shot stopped by Timpano, and the rebound picked up, and there's an easy tripping call on Ivan Lodnia, reaching for the puck and tripping up Akil Thomas. The Otters once again heading to the penalty kill, up 2 with 4:52 to play in the second period. Niagara will send out its second unit to start this power play. It's the first line, including many of those first unit players, was on the ice during the penalty for a long shift. There's Liam Ham dropping it back for Matthew Phillip, second goal scorer of the night for the IceDogs. Fight for it there on the near side. Mitch Byrne trying to clear it out, but it's kept in nicely by Ham. Ham now controls. Looks for McCall on the half wall. Fed down towards the red line. And back out. Phillip looks for a teammate, but Sandbrook able to pick it off. Now Maksimovic shorthanded one-on-one. IceDogs get back, but Maksimovic able to send it all the way back to Mitch Byrne, killing some time here on the penalty. 1:05 to go, and now Byrne will send it down ice, but it's picked off by Phillip at the blue line. He'll retreat in the neutral zone. Now go ahead, chip it and chase. Byrne blows an edge, but able to get away from Phillip. Now it's Corneal on the ice. Some of the first units out there. Here's Thomas. Thomas with the wrist shot. Loose in front and jabbing at it was Phillip, but able to cover it up. Troy Timpano with 43 seconds to go on the penalty kill. 3:35 to play in the second period. Ben Jones now taking the draw with Patrick Fellows on this power play. Won by Jones. Then across to Robertson, scoring! Maximoff with an absolute blast of a shot to bring the IceDogs within one. What a shot there from Kirill Maximoff. Simple face-off win for the IceDogs, and then Roberts able to set up Maximoff perfectly for that one-time blast. His fourth of the season. And now the Otters lead just 4-3. Another power play goal for Niagara. It is a strength of theirs. They're coming back off the opening faceoff of the Otters, but they turn it over in the neutral zone. Tomasino throws it towards the net, and Timpano will cover that up easily. 3:17 to play here in the second period. But my goodness, what a blast from Kirill Maximoff. 18-year-old, a fifth-round pick of the Edmonton Oilers this past season. You could see why after letting that shot rip. The Otters will come storming back the other way after the faceoff in the defensive zone. Looking for it in front. Taylor Radish finds a man in front. Poddubny with the shot, and he misses high off the back glass. Puck chipped up. No one could find it. Now Radish does in the neutral zone. Sends it across for Golod. Golod putting on some moves. What a move there. It's escape free. Turns the puck over to Schaefer, who chips it ahead, where it's tracked down by Josh Wainman. 2:38 to play in the second period. 4-3 Otters lead what once was a 4-1 lead for Erie. Wainman in after it in the offensive zone for Erie. Lodnia wins the battle now. Plays catch with Radish. Lodnia circling on his backhand. Throws it in front looking for Maksimovic or Radish. They were both there. Neither could get a stick on it. There's a shot pass from Wainman collected by Lania. Now fed in front for Maximovich. His try gets patted aside by Ince. Sandbrook now. He'll risk one on net. That's up high on Ince. And another try by Maximovich. Can't quite get it around Ince. Nice play there. Now trying to throw it in towards the net was Robinson. Unable to do so, but fed ahead. Here come the Otters again. Joe Mack looking for Robinson. Can't corral the pass. But fed behind the net now. Maximovich. Out to Martin. Martin fires, and that's into the stomach of the goaltender, Colton Ince, with 1:31 to play in the second period. Shots even, 18-18. The IceDogs certainly with the advantage in this second period, scoring the only 2 goals to bring them within one of them coming on the power play. They're now 2 for 6 on the man advantage tonight. Otters trying to feed it back in, but can't. It's sent in by Phillip to the Otters defensive end. Sandbrook now looking for Joe Mack on the outlet. Needs some help. It gets it. Now Christian Gurney trying to get through the neutral zone. Can't. Matt Phillip, he's had a great second period thus far, but he turns it over now. Here's Fellows looking for Mack, and it's picked off once again. One-on-one coming in. Drew Hunter. Hunter with the power move around Martin. Gets it on net, but Tim Pano with good positioning, able to pat it aside. Less than a minute to play here in the second period. There's a blast from Hunter that's caught by Tim Pano. 45 and a half seconds to go in the period. Garrett Podubny's line out on the ice for Erie. He loses the faceoff to Thomas, and there's a try on the set faceoff play by Roberts. Hits off the backboards and then is covered up on the ricochet by Tim Pano. Another defensive zone faceoff for Erie. Won by Thomas. Corneal feeds it down low for Maximoff. In front for Thomas, and they score! Tie game with 33 seconds to play in the second period. Akil Thomas nets his 5th of the year, and just like that, the IceDogs come back to tie this game at 4 in the second period. Nice feed there on the backhand from Kirill Maximoff. Finds Thomas in front of the net from behind the net. And we have a brand new hockey game here at Erie Insurance Arena. 4-4, 20 seconds to play in the second period. Otters unable to hold on to a 4-1 lead after the first period. But Taylor Radish might have something to say about that. His shot on, and then Podubny's try sticked away by Ince. 5 seconds to go here in the period. Shipped ahead, picked up by Owen Hedrick, and the clock will run out here on the second period, which belonged entirely to the Niagara IceDogs. They come back from 3 down to tie the score at 4. We'll have the third period to decide this one here at Erie Insurance Arena. UPMC Intermission Report coming right up after this break. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Okay, John, shelves are stocked.
So are the new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
Like Lucky You, with progressive top prizes.
Yep, winning's never been faster.
Not faster than me clearing these shelves.
Dude, I hope you're even faster at restocking.
Yeah.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
$99.88 or $149 a month on a brand new Mirage or G4? Take your pick. come see the sporty Mitsubishi Mirage or the sleek G4 sedan. Both get up to 40 miles per gallon and both come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Own one today for only $99.88 or $149 a month. Only at Interstate Mitsubishi, 1/2 mile south of the Mill Creek Mall on Route 99.
Prices prior to tax, title, and license fees will require financing through dealer or indirect lending service. The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You oughter be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Hi, this is Ed Rendell. I've got to admit that I was sort of a dinosaur when it came to using social media. But my son found Epic Web Studios, and we began working with them. And they've done an incredible job with us. They've significantly increased our followers on Twitter and Facebook. They make sure that we put up the right things. They capture every good thing that I've said or done on TV and get it out real quickly. And it's been just a revelation to me, and they've been tremendous to work with.
Don't be a dinosaur. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987.
Okay, you about ready to get your first treatment?
Yes, Doc.
Joanne is fighting her cancer with radiation. She's also fighting it with big data.
Wait till you see how easy this is. You're going to do great.
The Highmark Cancer Collaborative works with oncologists like Joanne's to provide the latest data on proven treatment options, giving Joanne the plan she needs to win. Creating new standards in cancer care is living proof. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield together with Allegheny Health Network. Visit highmarklivingproof.com to learn more.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Hello everyone, I'm Terry Doyle. Welcome to this week's edition of OHL News, presented by Warrior. Coming up on the show, we'll talk to a goaltender who has had the opportunity to attend multiple National Hockey League training camps, including a very last-minute appearance over the summer. But first, this week's OHL On the Run Player of the Week is Nick Suzuki of the Owen Sound Attack. He picked up 3 goals and 4 assists and was +3 through 2 games last week. Suzuki, who was chosen in the first round by the Vegas Golden Knights in the 2017 National Hockey League entry draft, went 13th overall. A former first-round choice of the Attack, the 18-year-old from London, looking to help the Attack to a strong season as they battle in the Midwest Division and the OHL Western Conference. Meantime, in the East, the Niagara IceDogs are off to a strong start in the Central Division, currently battling Barrie for top spot in the Central. Certainly quite a dogfight going on right now, you might say, in that Eastern Conference as teams already jockeying for position. Goaltender Stephen Dillon is a veteran with the IceDogs, and we chatted earlier this week about the start of the year in Niagara. I know it's a little different for the skaters in terms of the chemistry on lines and things like that. As you come into a new season as a goaltender, what are the things you want to do to, make sure you're in top form as the season gets going?
We worked pretty hard over the summer to try and make sure that we're ready to go once the season starts. But I think as the season goes on, our calls, playing the puck, will continue to improve. We've done a great job so far being able to sort out those quick breakout passes, whether it's me passing to the D or just in our own zone. I think the more we practice that and the more comfortable we'll get, the easier it will become.
Last weekend had a couple games that took a little bit extra before picking up the 2 points. The overtime game against Oshawa, the shootout against Hamilton. I guess that's a way for a goaltender to keep yourself pretty active when you start seeing 3-on-3 and shootouts coming at you. That's, I'm sure, I know coaches, it's a pretty nervous time. What's that like for a goalie?
It's a lot of fun. 3-on-3 is great. It's just like pond hockey memories where lots of action up and down, a lot of chances, that's for sure. And then shootouts, I think they're my favorite. We practice those on the ice every day before and after practice. I'll just goof off and have a little competition with the guys. So to be able to do well in the shootout and overtime has been great.
Is there somebody on your team that seems to have your number in those shootout drills?
I think out of all the competitions, Jones is the only one to win so far. So I guess he won. He's the only one that's beaten me so far.
Everybody else you can handle just fine. Back in June, you had an interesting experience, a last-minute experience, really, where you got a chance to go to the Pittsburgh Penguins camp, but literally on pretty short notice. Take us through what happened there.
Yeah, so the development camp started, I think it was a Thursday, and then Friday or Thursday night I got a call saying that unfortunately one of their goalies wasn't able to perform on the ice, so they picked me up early in the morning, and I think I was there by noon. So I didn't miss too much, and it was exciting. It was a lot of fun. Great experience, and I'm thankful for the Penguins for that opportunity.
Well, you'd already been to a camp before. Did that help that at least you knew what to expect when you got there?
I think every camp is different. When I was in Boston, they only had, I think it was 25 players there. Every single one of them had been drafted or signed, and I was the only free agent, so that was sort of neat. And then going from there to Detroit had a bigger development camp with 50 guys. And then going back with Detroit for main camp in Traverse City, it was a neat experience. And then Pittsburgh was I guess, more in between. Boston and Detroit, they had some their draft picks, and then some free agents as well. So it's neat to go to all the different organizations and see how they run things.
Obviously, going to these camps, it's exposure, it's getting a chance to show what you can do. What do you learn being able to attend professional camps like that?
I think it's always neat to see how you stack up to the other guys who are invited there, whether they're draft picks or they're signed or they're free agents as well. It's always a good measuring stick to see how you're doing compared to those guys.
That was Niagara IceDogs goaltender Stephen Dillon. Meantime, the CIBC Canada-Russia series is coming up next month, and the coaching staff for the OHL stops has been named. Windsor Spitfires bench boss Trevor Letowski will lead Team OHL in both of the games played in Ontario Hockey League venues. That, of course, coming up during the month of November on November 9th in Owen Sound and November 13th in Sudbury. Letowski will be assisted by attack bench boss Todd Gill during the Owen Sound game and by Wolves coach Corey Stillman for the November 13th game in Sudbury. Of course, the CIBC Canada-Russia series is part of the evaluation process for Team Canada for this year's World Junior Hockey Championship. Here's a look at this week's CHL Top 10 rankings. The Western Hockey League's Victoria Royals lead the way. Top OHL representation comes from the Sioux Greyhounds at number 6, up from 10 last week. And from being not ranked last week to the number 8 spot are the Sarnia Sting. Honorable mention to the Kingston Frontenacs. Did you know that 209 OHL alumni are on the opening day rosters for U Sports, that's university men's hockey teams across the country? Of course, not only in the Ontario Conference, but also in Atlantic and even out west. You can check out the whole list at OntarioHockeyLeague.com. These are players using the OHL education program to continue their studies and hockey. Well, that's going to do it for our show this week. You've been listening to OHL News presented by Warrior. I'm Terry Doyle. Thanks for joining us.
UPMC Intermission Report continues. Otters 4, IceDogs 4. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Interstate Mitsubishi is now selling the Outlander Sport for its lowest price ever, $16,988. That's almost $5,000 less than its original MSRP of $21,890. For just $16,988, you can own an Outlander Sport with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, 7 airbags, and 18-inch alloy wheels. This is the best deal on a brand new CUV you'll find anywhere, and it's only at Interstate Mitsubishi, 1/2 mile south of the Mill Creek Mall on Route 99.
Price and prior to tax, title, and license fees. Listen to this. Do you hear that? That's the sound of all the people clicking on your website right now. That's right, crickets. Get a website worth clicking about. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987 and turn silence into this. Where's the only place to get official Erie Otters merchandise? Well, that would be by visiting the Erie Otters store, of course. Part of the Erie Otters front office, located at 201 East 8th Street. Fans can browse the largest selection of certified official Erie Otters shirts, hats, sweatshirts, novelties, and more. While you're there, order your custom-made Otters jersey, now available in the new white version. Merchandise is also available 24/7 online at ErieOttersStore.com and can be purchased at the Erie Insurance Arena at pop-up shops during all Erie Otters home games. Show your Otters pride and wear what the team wears.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times-News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
Okay, you about ready to get your first treatment?
Yes, Doctor. Joanne is fighting her cancer with radiation. She's also fighting it with big data.
Wait till you see how easy this is. You're going to do great.
The Highmark Cancer Collaborative works with oncologists like Joanne's to provide the latest data on proven treatment options, giving Joanne the plan she needs to win. Creating new standards in cancer care is living proof. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield together with Allegheny Health Network. Visit highmarklivingproof.com to learn more.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back to the Erie Insurance Arena for the UPMC Intermission Report. As the Otters find themselves struggling in the second period as they allow the IceDogs to score 3 to tie the game 4-4 through 40 minutes of play. Let's take a look at the recap, and just like I said, the Otters had a 4-1 lead entering the period, but it was all IceDogs there in the second. Started with the first couple shifts of the period going Niagara's way. You could kind of tell that they were playing with a bit more intensity, and Matthew Phillip was able to get things rolling for them. 5:29 into the period. He scored his second of the year, assists to Ben Jones and Liam Ham. He had a great period, did Phillip, and he got them going with the first one. And then Kirill Maximov on the power play late at 16:29 in the period with an absolute blast on a perfect feed from Elijah Roberts. Brought the IceDogs back within one, and they're now 2 of 6 on the power play. And then Akil Thomas did the dirty work in front of Troy Timpano, in front of the net. Got a nice pass from Maximov after a battle won by Johnny Corneal. Found Maximov near the cage, and he fed it in front to Thomas for his 5th of the season to pull the IceDogs into a tie with the Erie Otters. Let's take a look now at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You oughter be staying with the best. Mentioned before, Peterborough took care of business against Sudbury 6-3. Flint and Mississauga through 2. Flint leads the Steelheads 3-1. Kingston get the first goal on the board in the second period to lead Hamilton 1-0 on the road. 3 total goals scored in Saginaw. The Kitchener Rangers trail the Saginaw Spirit 2-1. Sarnia opens up a 5-1 lead on Guelph at the end of 2. In the second period, currently North Bay leads Barrie 1-0. And Owen Sound with a 4-1 advantage near the end of 1 against Oshawa. So that's our out-of-time scoreboard, brought to you by the Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels. We'll be back for the third period of brand new hockey game. Tie score, Niagara 4, Erie 4. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
At Tim Hortons, we've got something new. Because we know change is exciting. Change is good. Change is delicious. Try our new hash brown sticks. Golden and crispy, they're perfect for dipping and sharing. Pair them with our new Western Omelet Breakfast Sandwich. Get both for just $3.49. Only at Tim Hortons. at participating U.S. restaurants for a limited time. Offer valid with biscuit, English muffin, and classic bagel breakfast sandwiches with protein, Western omelet, and cheese.
Okay, John, shelves are stocked.
So are the new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
Like Lucky You, with progressive top prizes.
Yep, winning's never been faster.
Not faster than me clearing these shelves.
Dude, I hope you're even faster at restocking.
Yeah.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Okay, you about ready to get your first treatment?
Yes, Doctor. Joanne is fighting her cancer with radiation. She's also fighting it with big data.
Wait till you see how easy this is. You're going to do great.
The Highmark Cancer Collaborative works with oncologists like Joanne's to provide the latest data on proven treatment options, giving Joanne the plan she needs to win. Creating new standards in cancer care is living proof. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield together with Allegheny Health Network. Visit highmarklivingproof.com to learn more.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You ought to be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back to the Erie Insurance Arena, where we have a brand new hockey game. Niagara scores 3 in the second period to erase a 3-goal lead for the Otters as we head in to the third period with a score of 4-4. Thanks again for tuning in, everyone. I'm Kevin Stacovi, filling in for your voice of the Erie Otters, Aaron Cooney. It's the Otters trying to fend off a charge from the IceDogs, who have been road warriors of late, winning their last 3 on the road, trying to sweep a 4-game road trip here at Erie Insurance Arena. Without set for puck drop here in the third. And we have a goal change for Erie as Anan Oberoi now in net for the Otters, replacing Troy Tumpano, who gave up those 3 goals in that second period. Oberoi tested early, but able to pitch it out was Hedrick. Otters on the defensive here early in the third. Can't get the puck. Maximoff looking in front. Thomas tried to sneak down beneath the goal line. Couldn't get it. Now he tries to get in front. Couldn't get it there either. And now the Otters counterattack. Here's Robinson. Robinson down the right wing. Looking cross ice for Maksimovic. Too far. Now a battle for it in the corner. It's out to Sandbrook. Sandbrook walking in. Firing goes high. Great wrist shot there, but a potential 3-on-1 here. Sandbrook trying to get back. It's Thomas. Now Roberts jumping in. Roberts with the shot, and it goes wide. A couple dangerous opportunities for the IceDogs right now. And now Max Golod trying to do it himself, coming back the other way. But it's sticked aside nicely by Jonathan Schaefer. IceDogs coming forward. Here's Phillip. Again, had a great second period for Niagara. Lose the puck there, and now it's Golod. Golod trying to chip it forward. It goes off a body and will head all the way down ice. No icing here. As Shankar will push it forward. Back to get it is Jack Duff. Poked off his stick. Now Taylor Radish fighting for it and picked up and sent ahead. Here's Radish down the left wing. Fires. Stop made by Ince, and the net comes off its moorings as Radish couldn't quite stop and goes into the net on the play. 8:05 to go in the third period. Radish, one of 4 goal scorers for the Otters tonight, picking up his second of the season. Erie will have an offensive zone draw now. Alex Gritz tries to win it, but can't. Kyle Langdon got the best of him in that face-off circle. Now it's sent ahead by McCullough. Langdon poked off his stick, back out to neutral zone. Here's Wainman. Wainman pushed ahead. Fellows chipped ahead now to Gurney. Gurney gains the blue line, throws it in. Giving chase is Alex Gritz. Cranberry Township product. Battling for it on the near side corner. Along with 3 IceDogs and Patrick Fellows. Langdon battling for it there. Now it's finally picked up by Daniel Singer. Jack Duff able to keep it in. Fellows wrists it in front. Here's Londia on the backhand. Circling. Finds Wainman. Wainman looking for Sambrook. Coming off the bench. Can't quite get it to him, but the Otters still control. It's behind the net now. Stefan Patry. Patry looks in front. Chipped up nicely by McCullough. Then he'll send it down. Ice. No icing as it goes right towards Oberoi. The Otters try to bring it from their own zone. Circling back is Ivan Lodnia. He picked up his 6th goal of the season in this one. Still circling with the puck. That's fed ahead to Patry. Patry looks cross-ice. Hedrick, D to Mitch Byrne. Patry will chip it in. Sent around to the near side now. Lodnia pushes it back. Now Schaefer pokes it ahead. IceDogs trying to get it out. And they will to the neutral zone. Owen Hedrick blasts it back in, and the Otters will change behind the play. 16 minutes to go in the third period. Tie score, 4-4. Now a turnover in the offensive zone. Maximovich in front, all alone, and Robinson had a chance, but it went high. Helfand in front. Nice feed from Robinson. Able to keep it in Sandbrook. And a blast to the blocker of Colton Ince. Now the IceDogs come back the other way. Jordan Sandbrook back. Touches it for Ryan Martin. Now Sandbrook will get the redirect, and Robinson walking forward now. Joe Mack in on Elijah Roberts. Nice forecheck play there. Fed in front, but couldn't get to his teammate. Nice play there from Maximovich. Now Sandbrook trying to keep it in. Gloves it down. Teed up by Cade Robinson, and it goes high. Back out to center now. Back into the Otter zone. As the IceDogs try to set things up, but it pocket picked. Max Golod with some speed through the neutral zone to Taylor Radish on the right wing. Fed in front. No one there to put it home. Radish still fighting for it. Nice play there to push it ahead. And here's Kirill Maximov. Turned over, though. And another try there. That time by Gritz. It's patted aside nicely by Ince. Still a battle for it behind Golod. Going for it. Now Gritz will handle in the far side corner. Battling with Akil Thomas. Now it's punched loose. McPherson feeds it for Maximoff. But a nice play there by Owen Hedrick to keep it in the offensive zone. Otters, a lot of offensive zone time on this shift. As the puck's finally chipped out and the IceDogs can change. Otters might try to catch them on one. Here's Radish trying to feed it towards the net for the streaking Lodnia. Couldn't get it to him though, and it's poked back out to center and then all the way down to the Otters zone. Under 14 to go here in the third period. Still knotted up at 4. Fellows pushed ahead. Christian Gurney chasing after it now. And we're going to have an offside here. Gurney caught offside. Byrne unable to keep it in the offensive zone. Shots on the scoreboard. 23-21 in favor of the Otters. Certainly held more of the offensive zone time so far in this period. IceDogs trying to set something up for themselves. Pushed ahead. Here's Ben Jones trying to wrist one in, blocked by Hedrick. Now Hedrick will have to retrieve the puck behind his own net, pushes it ahead to Gurney on the far side. Hedrick battling for it there with Castleman. Castleman in sandwich between Gurney and Hedrick, trying to punch the puck free. Finally does, and it's in Gurney's possession. Gurney pushes it forward. Fellows able to tip it. It heads down ice. Otters get some fresh legs out there. Chipped up. Josh Wainman. Pushed ahead. Edwardson tries to make a move with it. Wainman gives it over to Duff. It flies off his stick, and now it gets sent back. Otters having a bit of trouble here getting out of their own zone. Duff ahead. Now Joe Mack down the right wing. He'll throw it towards the net. Sticked aside by Ince. Edwardson now fighting for it. Niagara able to chip it up and jacked up. Unable to keep it in. Look out. Here comes Kyle Langdon down the right wing. Looking for Michaela, but a good poke check from behind by Stefan Patry. And going down on the play is Anand Oberoi. Might have a penalty here. So it looks like Kyle Langdon ran into the goaltender, and he's heading straight to the box. Tried to argue for a little bit, but Langdon heading to the box. And could this be the power play that puts the Otters ahead? They're 0 for 1 so far in this one. For 2 make that, as the Otters actually had that extended 5-on-3 chance earlier in this game in the second period, but couldn't get anything to go on it. But now would be a big time for a power play goal for Erie. There's Radish. Goes down low. Back to Radish. It's Fellows working down below. Hedrick looking for Lodnia on the left side. Hedrick back to Lodnia. One-timer. Put aside by Ince. Battle for it in the corner now. Won by Lania. Low shot by Hedrick. It's picked up by Ben Jones. Jones coming back. 1-on-2. Now he circles back all the way to his defensive zone. Trying to kill some time here and finally chips it up and out. Good play there by Jones to avoid the Otters and make it all the way down ice with the puck. Hedrick coming forward with it. Here's Radish trying to break the wall. Sends it in. Fellows gives chase. Tries to poke it around. Nice play there by Maksimovic to keep it alive. He has it now behind the cage. Fed around to Lania. Rolls off his stick though. Coming ahead is Johnny Corneal. Left side for him though. A couple hits in the center of the ice. Otters will just collect and try to regroup. Fellows heads to the bench. Hedrick now chips it in. He'll chase. Trying to win the battle against Johnny Corneal. He does. Lodnia has it now. Looking cross ice for Radish, but it's picked off by Brady Johnson. Nice play there. But they can't get it out. Now they finally do. Johnny Corneal's exhausted. He's just going to head to the bench. Good penalty kill from him. But the Otters come back the other way. Poked off Taylor Radish's stick and sent down by Brady Johnson. 15 seconds to go on the Langdon minor. Otters with one more rush here. It's Sandbrook. Pushing it aside there. And there's a big hit there. And down on the ice is Ben Jones. And I think it was Carson Edwardson might have left his feet there. It looks like he's going to head straight to the box. Jones still down on the ice. Some chirping between a couple players now, but Edwardson in the box. 3 seconds to go on Langdon's penalty. He'll be out of the box at the 10:04 mark in the period. And that will start what is almost a complete Niagara IceDogs power play. Just like that, the Otters have an opportunity to go ahead on the man advantage, and they end up getting a penalty of their own late on the power play, resulting in a 3-second 4-on-4 and then another power play try for Niagara. It will be their 7th of the evening. Edwardson gets a penalty for checking to the head. He did leave his feet and kind of go up towards the head. Langdon is off the ice and he heads to the bench. First power play unit on the ice for Niagara. And it looks like Ben Jones is back on the ice. Seems like he's okay. He'll come forward, chip it in. Now it's Maximoff wrapping it around, looking for Cornell. Pinched by two Otters players, but gets it free to Jones, who sends it back to the point to Roberts. Now playing catch with Thomas. Roberts over to Thomas on the right wing. Looking down low for Jones. Tried to find Cornell in front. Couldn't get it to him. Nice stick there from the Otter defense. Back out to the point. Here's Roberts. Over to Maximoff. Wrist shot blocked. Straight to Roberts. Roberts skating around, trying to find some space. Throws it towards the net. It goes wide. Now picked up by Thomas. 1:04 to go on the Edwardson minor for checking to the head. Thomas watched by Gurney. Sent across to Maximoff. Maximoff with the wrister. Blocked by Sambrook. Tried to chip it out, but does. Elijah Roberts unable to keep the puck in at the blue line. It barely got over, but the linesman right on top of that one. He'll bring the faceoff out into the neutral zone with 49 seconds to go on the power play. Otters trying to kill off the fifth, trying to be successful on their 5th penalty kill tonight. They're 4 of 6 on the PK this evening. Now the IceDogs will come back with it. Nice play there from Taylor Radish, anticipating the drop back pass. And Niagara has to retreat now. 30 seconds to go until Carson Edwardson is let free. Roberts loses the handle and it's sent back down ice by Erie. Picked up by Ince. Left for Liam Ham. Ham circles behind his net. 6 seconds to go on the minor. Edwardson's going to be out as there's a turnover there. Hedrick throws it in. Edwardson's out of the box with 8:04 to play here in the 3rd period. Still a tie hockey game, 4-4 at the Erie Insurance Arena. Here's Ham pushing it forward. Castleman gaining the zone. Hip check by Sambrook. Ham had some help in Hunter, but Hunter couldn't quite control it, and now it's behind the net for Erie. Pushed ahead. Now Gritz looking for Robinson. Robinson tried to backhand it in front. Couldn't quite get it there, but Sambrook able to control. Throws it in front, and I think it might have hit Robinson's skate. Skitters wide. There's a shot on the one-timer by Maximovich. Goes high. He'll go after on the far side boards. Wrap it around now. Pinching in is Sambrook. Sambrook hit, tumbles to the ice. Still fighting for the puck, however. But Castleman picks it up, flips it out, and down ice. IceDogs will get a change. Now Sambrook will throw it towards the net, and it's going to be covered up by Ince with 6:57 to play in the 3rd period. And we'll take a quick breather with the score tied 4-4. Otters fans, True Moo and Meadowbrook Dairy Pure Milk is the official milk of the Erie Otters. That's True Moo and Meadowbrook Dairy Pure Milk. Pick some up at your local grocer. So the Otters, with 6:57 to play, successfully ward off another power play chance for the IceDogs to keep this a tie game, but it's a matter of attrition in this one. Which one is going to pull through to pick up that fifth goal? You have to think maybe the next one wins it, the way this period has gone so far. We've seen crazier things, but could very well be the case. Otters win the offensive zone faceoff. Martin tries to wrist it towards the net. 2 block shots there for Niagara. And it's sent back. Gurney pushes it ahead. Joe Mack tried to get a handle, couldn't. And now Niagara will come back the other way. Nice stretch pass there, looking for Maximoff, but it goes far, and that will be an icing, bringing the puck back into the Otters' offensive zone. Shots read 25-21 in favor of Erie. Taylor Radish out there with Ivan Lania and Max Golod. Lania tries to win the faceoff here. Actually won by the IceDogs, but a nice play by Sandbrook to keep it in. Loose helmet on the ice. Coming off was Ben Jones. Otters able to keep it in the zone. Sandbrook with the wrister redirected. It goes high. Trying to feed out in front was Golod, but no one was home. The IceDogs coming back the other way. It's Phillips. Phillip. Checked off by Lodnia. Now picked up by Mitch Burns. And sent ahead. Here's Golod with some speed. Goes cross ice to Radish down the right wing. Now to the center of the ice. Wrister goes high. Now a battle for on the far side. Wainman goes to Sandbrook across. Sandbrook with the shot on net. Inns couldn't find it at first, but his defense in front of him does. And they're able to get out to the neutral zone, but Radish comes right back with it. He'll feed it around. Lania battling for it there with Roberts. It's poked off his stick. Now sent ahead by Brady Johnson. Kyle Maximovich now. Gives it back. Now looking ahead, Maximovich able to get a stick on it on the lead pass from Sandbrook. It's fed to the near side wall and then pushed out once again by Lahead. Couple whacks at it in the offensive zone as a try there by the IceDogs. Lahead feeds it around. Here's Ham. Trying to backhand it towards the net. He does. But Oberoi able to put a glove on it with 4:44 to play here in the third period. Tie hockey game. Joe Mack, important defensive zone job, wins it clean. Now the Otters will take it. Chipped in by Christian Gurney. Fellows in after it. Leaks out in front, and Gurney had a try at it. Still loose in front. Bodies all over the place. The referee waves it off, though. I think that puck took a weird bounce, and it went right in front of Colton Ince. And the only one who really noticed was Christian Gurney. He had a try at it, but stumbled to the ice and couldn't get it to go. A golden opportunity there for the Otters, and Gurney can do nothing but look to the sky. He knows he had a good chance there with 4:28 to go in the third period. Looks like the referees might head over and they're going to review this, see if something possibly crossed the goal line. Gurney crashed the net, but couldn't quite get it to go. He's taken down on the play by McCullough, but it doesn't seem like that puck goes in the net. Although, I will say that Colton Ince did fall back over onto his backside inside the goal. It looks like they're going to call it off as no goal on the play. We'll have an offensive zone draw for Erie. Gurney trying feverishly to get in front. Throws his body into Hunter. But Niagara is able to come back the other way. Corneal chips and chases. He'll get it, sending it in front. No one home. Off the side of the cage. Now, Mitch Byrne in after it. Corneal battling for it there. Sent back around. Owen Hedrick. 4 minutes to play here in the third period. Tie score 4-4. Joe Mack. Wrists one wide. It squirts all the way back out to the neutral zone. Now Owen Hedrick. Hedrick will fire on net. That's stopped in the pads of Colton Ince for an Otters offensive zone faceoff. 3:44 to go. Make sure you stay tuned for the Otters post-game show after this, where we'll announce the Ironworkers Local Union number 3 Ironmen of the game. The Otters win the faceoff. Sandbrook fires it on net, but it's blocked aside by Niagara. And look out, here they come. Ben Jones decides to just dump it in. Now Martin will play it in the corner. Here's Laudnia looking ahead. Taylor Radish. Is it back to Laudnia with some speed down the right wing. He'll circle behind the net. Look out. Hunting for him there was Zach Shankar. Shankar. Continues to battle with Laudnia inside the net. Finally comes free. Sandbrook. Now across to Martin. Martin tried to fire it through the crease. Couldn't. Another try by Martin. That one sticked aside by Ince. Now Sandbrook pinching in. Feeds it back for Laudnia. Laudnia tees it up and fires. That one's blocked by Phillip, and he'll carry it out to the neutral zone, chip it in, and head to the bench with 2:38 to play in the third. Sandbrook pushed ahead to Maximovich. And it looks like we're going to have an offside call here on the Otters. 2:27 to play. Alex Gritz faced off with Kyle Langdon here. That's won by Langdon. Now around for Lahed in the corner. He'll chip it high and deep. He'll go all the way down, and that's going to go for an icing. As Langdon thought he got to it first, but referees deem otherwise. It'll come all the way back to the Niagara zone. Otters trying to break a 2-game losing streak with a win at home, and at the same time trying to snap a 3-game road winning streak for Niagara. Give the IceDogs possibly a sour taste in their mouth, ending the road trip. Otters trying to control the puck, and they will. It's Wingman. Cross to his partner. It's Duff. And fired on net was Gritz, but it went just wide. He'll battle for it behind the cage now. It's sent out in front. IceDogs able to bring it back. They go to center. Lahed will push it down ice with 1:32 to play here in the third period. Still a tie game. Joe Mack deflects that into the zone. Patrick Fellows in after it. Fellows trying to walk in. Wraps around the net. Tried to throw it in front, but a nice play there by Corneal to block it. Now Christian Gurney wraps it in. Pushed in by Joe Mack. Now Fellows behind the net. Looking in front for Mack. Couldn't get it out there. And now Niagara comes back the other way. It's Corneal down the left wing. Corneal looking in front, tries the wraparound, can't get it to go, and another try by Maximoff on a wide open cage. He missed it. Under a minute to play now. And there's a wrist-drawn net that's caught by Oberoi, but oh boy. Kirill Maximoff with a great chance on net here off a rebound. But I think that Mitch Byrne might have gotten a stick on it there to redirect it away from Oberoi, but a wide open cage there. Otters fortunate that didn't go in. They'll face off with 51.3 to play here in the third period. And there's a wrist shot that by Castleman that Oberoi didn't quite see, and it went wide. Lucky for him. 2 breaks for the Otters here late in the third period. Owen Hedrick back to get it. He'll leave it for Sandbrook. Half a minute to play. Sandbrook shoves it ahead. Shankar turns it over. Here's Radish. Maximovich down the right wing. Circles around. Sets it up for Hedrick. Hedrick gets blast. Loose in front, but now picked up by the IceDogs. They'll gain the red line and fire it in. Glove down by Oberoi. 3 seconds, 2, and we are heading to overtime here at Erie Insurance Arena. No goals in the third. Still tied 4-4. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Hi, this is Ed Rendell. I've got to admit that I was sort of a dinosaur when it came to using social media. But my son found Epic Web Studios, and we began working with them. And they've done an incredible job with us. They've significantly increased our followers on Twitter and Facebook. They make sure that we put up the right things. They capture every good thing that I've said or done on TV and get it out real quickly. And it's been just a revelation to me, and they've been tremendous to work with.
Don't be a dinosaur. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
As more and more companies offer their employees a choice of health plans, more and more people are deciding UPMC Health Plan is the best choice. With affordable in-network access to UPMC and other doctors and hospitals in your community, plus award-winning customer service, it's no wonder UPMC Health Plan is the fastest-growing health plan in the region. So when your employer gives you a choice this year, make the choice more and more people are making. Choose the best. Choose UPMC Health Plan.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You oughter be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
In February 2016, Emily gave birth prematurely to twin boys at Allegheny Health Network.
It's overwhelming to think about everything that we survived. We often, in my house, refer to like the NICU staff as like the SWAT team. Like they're there to do a job and they do it really well. My delivery, I loved everything about it. For someone having 2 babies at 32 weeks, 5 days, I loved it. I mean, we had bad days. We had really bad days. But I trusted the nurses, the doctors. I trusted them. In the beginning, everything is scary. And then now, at a year and a half, we just do things that normal families do.
5 weeks later, Emily brought home her 2 healthy boys. Caring for all of her life, is living proof. St. Vincent Hospital of Allegheny Health Network. To learn more or schedule an appointment with a women's health expert, visit ahn.org/allofherlife.
$99.88 or $149 a month on a brand new Mirage or G4? Take your pick. Come see the sporty Mitsubishi Mirage or the sleek G4 sedan. Both get up to 40 miles per gallon and both come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Own one today for only $99.88 or $149 a month. Only at Interstate Mitsubishi, 1/2 mile south of the Mill Creek Mall on Route 99.
Prices prior to tax, title, and license fees will require financing through dealer or indirect lending service.
Back inside the Erie Insurance Arena, where the Erie Otters give up a 4-1 lead to allow the Niagara IceDogs to come back, tie the game at 4 before they head to overtime, where Taylor Radish ends up the hero, scoring his 2nd goal of the night to win the game for the Otters, 5-4 in the overtime period. 1:19 left on the clock in that period. Thanks for tuning in to the Otters post-game show. It was a very wild game, back and forth, ebb and flow for both teams. It's Erie trying to snap a 2-game losing streak that they corralled on the road this past week. They came out strong in the first period. Joseph Mack able to score his 2nd of the campaign, 3:28 into the period, unassisted. Gave the Otters the early advantage, and then Otters poured it on from there. Ivan Lodnia, under 3 minutes later at 6:02, got his 6th of the season, assisted by Cade Robinson and Kyle Maximovich. And that put the Otters in front 2-0, only to be upped one more by Josh Wainman in his 1st of the season. Alex Gritz and Stefan Patry picked up helpers on that play, and the Otters led 3-0 in the first period. Caused Niagara to call their timeout. Billy Burke wanting to talk things over with his team, and may have helped at the time because the next goal was scored by Niagara. On the power play, Ben Jones with his 6th of the season, assisted by Elijah Roberts and Akil Thomas. It's one of 4 power play opportunities in the first period for Niagara, and the only one they converted. They pulled the game within 3-1, but shortly thereafter, Taylor Radish, the sharp-angled goal from the left side of the ice that got past starting goaltender Stephen Dillon and made it a 4-1 game, and that was the end of the night for Stephen Dillon. He was replaced by Colton Ince, who came in at the 18-17 mark in the first period. So Otters lead 4-1 after one, but then after that, second period belonged completely to the IceDogs. Start off with Matthew Phillip at 5:29. Ben Jones and Leon Ham set him up for his second of the season. Made it 4-2. And at that point, you started to feel that Niagara was starting to figure things out. They're starting to get the offensive zone time. And they held the puck in the offensive zone for the majority of the second period. Didn't get their second goal until later in the period at 16:29 when Kirill Maximoff absolutely teed up and blasted a one-timer on the power play, set up perfectly by Elijah Roberts and Ben Jones. Lasered it past the goaltender Troy Timpano to bring Niagara within one, but they weren't done there as Maximoff ended up finding Akil Thomas in front of the net to tie the game at 4 with 34 seconds remaining in the second period. We had a brand new hockey game tied at 4 after 2. And then the third period came along and a new goaltender for Erie came in. Anan Oberoi replaced Timpano for the third period. A couple chances back and forth in the frame. Ended up in no goals, however, and we headed to overtime. 3-on-3. A lot more ice, a lot more scoring chances. A couple dangerous chances for Niagara, especially when Taylor Radish blasted a shot that shot straight up into the air, and no one knew where the puck was except for Akil Thomas, who tracked it down, but IceDogs squandered that opportunity and unable to corral the bouncing puck in the offensive zone. But then, with 1:19 remaining in the overtime period, it was Taylor Radish with his second goal of the evening and third goal of the season, where he scored after Kyle Maximovich launched the puck behind the boards, and it bounced perfectly to him. And another sharp angle goal, this time from the right side. Went into the back of the net, and the Otters picked up the 5-4 win to end the IceDogs win streak and end the two-game skid for themselves. Your Ironworkers Local Union number 3 Ironmen of the game. Number 3, Ben Jones for Niagara. Had a solid game overall for the IceDogs. Finished with a goal and 2 assists. Ended up winning 9 of 14 faceoffs as well. Second star, Josh Wainman, with the big slap shot from the point to score his first of the year. But I think we all know who the number 1 star is. It's Taylor Radish with the 2 goals, including the game winner in overtime, to give the Otters their 3rd win of the season. So those were your Ironworkers Local Union number 3 Ironmen of the game. Tonight's attendance, 3,142 at the Erie Insurance Arena to see this win over the IceDogs. Well, that'll wrap things up here from Erie Insurance Arena. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I'm Kevin Stacovi, filling in for the great voice of the Erie Otters, Aaron Cooney. Don't worry, again, he'll be back here next Saturday, October 21st, as the Otters host one of 2 games, the first of 2 games back-to-back against the Owen Sound Attack, who beat the Otters back on Wednesday 5-2. Otters trying to get some revenge and keep this home momentum going after winning tonight's game. Once again, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Kevin Stacovi signing off here from Erie Insurance Arena. Otters win in overtime, 5-4. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
You've been listening to Erie Otters Hockey on WRIE Erie. Follow all the action throughout the season on the new home of the Erie Otters, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
An Erie Otters game is the best way to bring everyone together. Gather your family and friends or plan an office or work outing at the best entertainment value in Erie. Groups of 10 or more can enjoy discounted ticket prices with multiple seating options available. Ask one of our group sales associates today about a group outing and even upgrade into our meeting room suites for the most stylish experience at the Erie Insurance Arena. Otters sales associates are standing by to take your call and plan your night out during regular office hours at 814-455-7779.
So I got to cut that run down. I'm throwing home regardless. If he goes, he's out. If he doesn't, then we have runners at second and third. We have a chance to get out of this inning and play into the 10th.
And that's where, to me, Castro was wrong, because he's got to line up between Judge and home plate. But he didn't get there. He kind of stayed in Never Never Land, and Judge decided to throw it into second base to Gregorius because he didn't really have a choice, knowing full well that Correa going into second base is completely irrelevant, because if Altuve scores, game's over. So whether you get him to second, you get him out at second, it doesn't matter. If the run scores, game's over. So Castro should have lined up with a throw for the plate and given Judge that opportunity and option to throw it to him rather than to Gregorius.
Yeah.
Jonathan, good call. Appreciate it. Yes, and I'm an ex-shortstop, too. I played the middle infield, Mike, and that was many years ago. Not 2 or 3, more like 20 or 30. But, yes, I was a middle infielder, too. And, yeah, sometimes it's that kind of decision you got to make as a second baseman or a shortstop. Where are you going to position yourself on the relay throw? You got to guess right. You got to make the right call, and the Yankees didn't on that play. Dan, Michael, Charles, hang in. I'll punch you guys up in just a couple. Jody Mack could keep the phones going into the top of the hour. I will give you a 4-pack of pro picks as well before we get out of Dodge. But here at the bottom of the hour, we got the latest CBS Sports Update with Johnny Fass.
CBS Sports Radio. Sports Flash.
All right, Jody, at Dodger Stadium. It's Game 1 of the National League Championship Series. They're heading to the top of the 5th inning. Cubs lead the Dodgers 2-0 on Albert Almora's 2-run home run in the 4th off of Clayton Kershaw. Jose Quintana, meanwhile, on the mound for the Cubbies. In the ALCS, the Astros edged the Yankees 2-1 to take a 2-0 series lead. Carlos Correa drove in Jose Altuve with the game-winning run on a walk-off double in the 9th against Aroldis Chapman. Correa also knocked in Houston's first run with a solo homer off of Luis Severino, who was taken out after 4 innings because Joe Girardi thought he was bothered by a sore shoulder.
He wasn't very happy I took him out. But I think it's my responsibility to protect this kid. He's very young. He's thrown more innings than he has thrown during the course of the season. He gave us a great effort today. But we felt that, and I felt, it was me, that I couldn't take a chance.
Severino said, and Yankees medical personnel agreed, that he was indeed okay. Not as fine as Justin Verlander, though. He dominated the Yankees with a complete game 5-hitter, including 13 strikeouts. College football, third quarter. Central Florida all over East Carolina, 42-14. Alabama leads Arkansas 24-0. In the second, it's Georgia on top of Missouri, 34-21. Early third, South Florida leading Cincy 23-3. Second, Utah on the road in L.A. on top of USC 21-7. They head to the second in Minnesota. Michigan State leading the Gophers 10-6. And at the break in Lincoln, Ohio State leads Nebraska 35-0. LSU took down a ranked opponent for the second straight week, surprising number 10 Auburn 27-23. 25th ranked Navy lost its first game 30-27 on the road against Memphis. Oklahoma won the Red River Showdown, knocking off Texas 29-24. Oklahoma State pounded Baylor 59-16. Miami stayed unbeaten with a 25-24 win over Georgia Tech. Wisconsin held off Purdue 17-9. West Virginia dropped 24th ranked Texas Tech 46-35, 352 yards passing and 5 touchdowns for Will Grier. TCU knocked off Kansas State 29-6. NC State handled Pitt 35-17. And Michigan needed overtime to put away Indiana 27-20. I'm John Fass.
You want fantasy football? We've got it. Eye on Fantasy Football. Saturday nights at 10 Eastern.
CBS Sports Radio.
Over the next 2 months, $160,000 is up for grabs.
The 4K a day on WRIE. Details at cbssportserie.com.
See something? Smell something? Do something. When your basement or crawl space smells, don't ignore it. Odors, mold, and harmful pollutants come from too much moisture and not enough air circulation, making your home unhealthy. Do something. Call Wave Home Solutions today at 1-888-723-0830 or go to goodairusa.com. Experts recommend ventilation instead of dehumidifiers to reduce moisture and expel harmful gases and pollutants. Wave moisture control units continuously dry out your home, transforming it into a fresher, healthier environment year-round. Wave units cost only pennies a day to operate, and there are no buckets to empty. Call Wave today at 1-888-723-0830 or go to goodairusa.com. That's goodairusa.com or call 1-888-723-0830.
Wave Home Solutions for a healthy, comfortable home.
Are you behind on your federal student loan payments? You may qualify to have your entire student loan forgiven with one free call. That's right. If you're a teacher, police officer, firefighter, or work for a nonprofit, federal programs are still available to have your entire student loan forgiven. Student Loan Options wants to give you free information on all the programs that can help. The sooner you call, the faster you can get relief. Get the maximum loan forgiveness, loan reduction, or consolidation available. Plus, find out in the first free call what you qualify for. A loan forgiveness specialist is standing by to answer all of your questions for free. Stop worrying about student loan payments. This free information could change your life. Call 800-374-0311. 800-374-0311. Wipe out your federal student loan debt. Find out how. Call 800-374-0311. 800-374-0311.
Hi, this is Ed Rendell. I've got to admit that I was sort of a dinosaur when it came to using social media. But my son found Epic Web Studios, and we began working with them. And they've done an incredible job with us. They've significantly increased our followers on Twitter and Facebook. They make sure that we put up the right things. They capture every good thing that I've said or done on TV and get it out real quickly. And it's been just a revelation to me, and they've been tremendous to work with.
Don't be a dinosaur. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
As more and more companies offer their employees a choice of health plans, more and more people are deciding UPMC Health Plan is the best choice. With affordable in-network access to UPMC and other doctors and hospitals in your community, plus award-winning customer service, it's no wonder UPMC Health Plan is the fastest-growing health plan in the region. So when your employer gives you a choice this year, make the choice more and more people are making. Choose the best. Choose UPMC Health Plan.
Learn more.
Are you looking for senior care for your mom or dad but don't know where to start? Hi, I'm Joan London with The Place for Mom. Nobody knows your parent or loved one better than you, and nobody knows senior living better than the experts at A Place for Mom. They've helped thousands of families find the right place for their mom or dad.
I was so glad that I called A Place for Mom. My advisor really listened and was truly my partner in finding senior care for my dad. She went out of her way to get to know him as a person and was always there whenever I had a question.
The senior living advisors at A Place for Mom partner with thousands of families every month, listening and offering local knowledge and advice to help find the best senior living communities across the country. And it's a free service. Here's the number.
Call A Place for Mom at 1-800-467-7530.
There's a place for answers, a place for Mom. Call today.
Call A Place for Mom at 1-800-467-7530. That's 1-800-467-7530.
Is credit card debt ruining your life? Now you can have a large portion of your credit card debt forgiven. Get Relief Today wants to give you free information that shows you how. This program is proven to work for credit card debt, medical bills, and department store debt. We'll give you the secret to this money-saving program absolutely free. 800-207-8558. That's 800-207-8558. That's 800-207-8558.
Catch Erie Otters action home and away all season long right here on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
You're listening to Jody Mack on CBS Sports Radio. Call him now at 855-212-4CBS.
Trust the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts to help you choose the brakes that are an exact fit for your vehicle. Brands you can trust, like Brake Best and the Wagner Thermo Quiet. O'Reilly Auto Parts has the brake parts you need at the guaranteed low prices. Get it done at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Jody Mack hanging with you here on CBS Sports Radio. Still got solid 16, 17 minutes left on the phone. If you want to get your point in before we exit stage left, do it now. 855-212-4CBS. One college football update for you. Utah with a 21-7 lead over USC second quarter out there in La La Land. And, oh, by the way, Sam Darnold, who some people, I think, overestimated at the start of the season, put him on a pedestal that he hadn't quite earned just yet, isn't exactly ripping it up for USC. 11 for 19 for $166. He does have a touchdown, which was a nice play. It was a well-designed play, and he delivered the football well. His wide receiver, and it might have been the tight end, wide open. I mean, no one within 7 yards of him. Right up the seam, and he went 50-some-odd yards for a touchdown. Who was it who caught the touchdown pass? Tyler Pettit, tight end, 52-yard touchdown pass. But other than that, Darnold has not been great. And, oh, by the way, has another fumble to give him 9 fumbles for the season, which leads all quarterbacks in Division I college football. The whole tank for Sam, stink for Sam, get the number 1 pick, go 0-16 in the National Football League thing was blatantly and massively overstated. And I'll keep singing the praises of one particular quarterback who I think is being woefully underrated, and that's Mason Rudolph from Oklahoma State. Another game for Mason Rudolph today. Yes, they're playing Baylor. And Baylor's a bad football team. Baylor's the dregs of the Big 12 this year. But he went 19 for 31 for 459 yards. 459 in 31 attempts through 3 touchdowns and no picks. He now has 19 touchdowns and 4 picks for the year. His second 400-yard game of the season. In the 6 games so far this year, he's thrown for 303, 335, 497, 398, 376 and 459. And you'll hear, oh, that's the offense, the spread offense. It gives you the chance to throw for that many yards. Yeah, but you got to be able to get the football there. And James Washington, his wide receiver, is going to be a first-round draft pick as well. He's got talent. I will give him that. Maybe more talented wide receivers than Darnold has at USC. But still, this kid just keeps racking up numbers. And I like his game. I've specifically watched Oklahoma State because I was high on him when the season started, and he's lived up to expectations for me. And people are saying he might not even be a first-round pick. I think he's the best quarterback in the draft. And if quarterbacks have to go high, I think Mason Rudolph is one of those that has to go high, too. 855-212-4CBS. Can tweet real quick. I've only got an okay Mac Daddy tweet of the day. Can be better. Hit me up fast. At Jody Macman, JodyMacman. Dan from Danville's up. Hello, Dan.
Jody Mac, what is happening?
Not a mooch.
You know, you were talking about that kid Darnold. His fumble, I think, led to a touchdown. I think the Utah kid picked it up and ran it in. and ended up scoring off his fumble. So, kid's not doing too good.
No, and I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. I think he's going to be a very good pro quarterback. But people before the season were talking about him like he was the second coming of Andrew Luck coming out of Stanford, and he isn't anywhere near the non-miss possibility that Andrew Luck was.
No, you're absolutely right, McMahon. The reason why I'm calling the show is obviously to talk some baseball. And you know what? I think Didi Gregorius made a hell of a throw to the plate. The ball was by far on time. When Sanchez went to go make the play, Altuve wasn't even in the picture. I think Sanchez needs to come up with the ball. Very difficult, short hop, tough play for a catcher. But he has to make that play. And didn't Girardi go to the umpire and ask if there was base running interference?
Yeah,
on Correa?
On Correa? No, Correa was just going into second base. I think he wanted the umpire at the plate to just verify with him that it was a clean slide. That Altuve didn't come in trying to take the catcher out, which he didn't. The slide was wide and it was perfect, and the umpire said, no, we're not calling him out, and he shouldn't have. You're right. Sanchez has got to make the play. I'm not giving Sanchez a free pass, but if you can't get the ball on a fly from just behind second base as a shortstop, I'm sorry, that's not a good throw. You got to get it there on a fly.
No, I thought the broadcasters mentioned that the slide, and when he was coming up on Gregorius over second base, I thought they might have hinted that there could have been a running interference at second base.
Yeah, I didn't.
Maybe you're right, and maybe at the plate or whatever. But I thought it was a tough play. I thought it was a tough throw. But obviously, I think it was makeable because it got there so early that Sanchez did have time to make that play.
He did, but Gregorius also had time to throw it on a fly, to get it there on a fly, not one hop.
Now, I understand what you're saying, bang, bang play and everything, but, I guess it is what it is. The Yanks go home down 2 games. They've been there plenty of times before, 10 times in a 7-game series. I don't know if they
were just there a week ago, and they were down 2-0 to Cleveland, and that was only a best of 5. So the Yankees can come back, but they are in a pretty good hole, and that was a hell of a pitching performance by Verlander today.
Oh, fantastic! Playoff baseball. I know a lot of people think playoff hockey or whatever is the best around, but playoff baseball, the suspense, great starters on the mound, it's fantastic. One thing real quick, McMahon, tomorrow they're giving us a doubleheader in the Bay Area, and I'm going to get to see your Jets play Tommy Brady as the first game.
Yes.
I can't wait.
All right, Dan, always a pleasure, my friend. Appreciate the call. Yes, the Jets will be in my 4-pack, which I will give you here in just a second. Michael checks in from Big D down in Dallas. Michael, you're on CBS Sports Radio.
Hey, Jody. How's it going, man?
Good, bud.
Hey, listen, 2 things. Do you think the Stros are a lock to win the ALCS and go all the way?
Lock, no. Prohibitive favorite, yes. This is, I think, a tougher hole for the Yankees to dig out of than the one that they did just this past week against the Indians. Verlander was just nasty, and I assume he'll be, if he has to pitch again in this series, he'll be nasty again. They didn't come close to doing damage against Keuchel. Now, here's where you get the soft underbelly of the Astros rotation in the next couple games, which should give the Yankees a chance to get back into the series. But I don't think the Astros have even hit their hitting stride yet. Now, Tanaka did not pitch badly last night, and Severino pitched well enough until Girardi pulled him because he was trying to be cautious, that he thought he looked uncomfortable out there on the mound. And, hey, the Yankee bullpen did the job up until the 9th when they touched up Chapman. So this has turned into a pitching series, and the Yankees' pitching is still pretty good. So I don't think you can just write them off. But if I got a choice between being up 2-0 and down 2-0, I'll take up 2-0 every single time.
Oh, hell yeah, of course. The other thing is, what the hell is wrong with my Cowboys? And can they win with or without Zeke and make it, a decent season?
No. if Elliott's got to serve his suspension, I think they're dead in the water. I don't like the backup running backs. They're off to a bad start at 2-3 as it is. They have to get a win tomorrow. And, oh, by the way, the Eagles are already 5-1. Now, it's kind of a good news, bad news thing if you're a Cowboy fan. Good news is you got them two more times. You got them twice yet. You haven't played the Eagles yet. So you can make up 2 games right there by beating them twice. But the Eagles are pretty good. Just showing up isn't going to get the job done against the Eagles. They're a legit 5-1, and their win at Carolina this past week stamps them as a legit Super Bowl contender. I did not think they were. I thought they were a 9-7 team. I thought they'd hang around till week 15, week 16, and be in the mix for a wild card spot. I said they get a break. Some things go their way. Could they grab that wild card spot? Maybe. Where my mistake was, I thought the Giants could win double digits again. I picked the Cowboys to win the division. Giants get the wild card again. Eagles to be close and maybe, just maybe, be able to sneak a wild card. No, the Eagles are the best team in the division. They proved that on the field and with the way that they're playing, and their defensive line was dominant against the Panthers on Thursday night. Mike from Connecticut's up on CBS Sports Radio. Hey, Mike.
Hey, good evening, sir. How you doing?
Good, you?
Good, thanks. Anybody that hasn't been a catcher before, they don't realize how difficult it is. It's all timing, and that throw has to be on the money. It can't be a short hop. A short hop is difficult. Probably one of the most difficult plays for a catcher to make, to field a short hop and tag the runner. I don't know if you agree with me or not.
I agree that it's difficult, but it's not impossible.
It's not impossible, and you know I don't know exactly where this infielder was when he made the throw. Was he behind the out?
Behind second base. Judge went over, cut the ball off in the gap. Castro got caught in no man's land. He didn't know if he should be lined up for a throw to into the infield, to second base, or a throw coming home. So he wasn't really an option as a cutoff. So Judge decided to throw it to Gregorius. And Gregorius was behind second base, a stride or two behind second base. Correa made it safe into second and was coming into second when Gregorius fielded the ball and realized, wow, Altuve's going, and he had to turn and try and throw home. Now he's only a couple steps behind second base, and he couldn't get it to the plate on a fly. That's a bad throw by Didi Gregorius.
It doesn't make it. It doesn't make it easy for the catcher. I didn't see the play, but from what you've been discussing with the other callers, it was a close play, and unfortunately for the Yankees, it didn't work out.
It really wasn't. I'll try and give you a little bit more of an explanation for those who haven't seen the play yet. It turned out to not be a close play, because if Sanchez makes the short catch, if he takes the short hop and catches the ball, Altuve's out by 10 feet. He had plenty of time. He could have just stood there and applied the tag, and he would have been out by plenty. But when he didn't make the catch, the ball bounded out back toward the mound, which gave Altuve an easy rain into the plate. So it shouldn't have been if it's a perfect throw, he's dead to rights. He's dead in the water, and he's out, as I say, by 10 feet. But because Sanchez not only didn't catch it, but he short-hopped it and mishandled it and went back out toward the mound, Altuve scored easily. So it shouldn't have been a close play by any stretch of the imagination. It should have either been an easy out. It ended up being an easy run scored. And neither of the two actually should have happened. All right, I do owe you a 4-pack of picks, NFL picks. This year I am 16-16. I am dead even in college picks. I am dead even in pro picks. I am Mr. 500. I am attempting to go at least 3-1 with these selections, if not 4-0. I said I was taking the Jets, Jets, and I mean it. When was the last time? I don't know if this has ever taken place in the National Football League before. 2 teams tied for the divisional lead at 3-2, and the home team is a 10-point underdog. The Jets and Patriots are both 3-2. The game is at MetLife Stadium, but the Jets are getting 10 points. I'm taking the 10 points. Give me the Jets, Jets, plus 10. I'm going to hang with my Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You know, I picked them to not only make the playoffs, but to advance into the Super Bowl this year, kind of a long shot prediction for the Super Bowl. They got to get a win here this week. They haven't played badly, but they haven't shown yet either. Carolina's already got a loss this week. Atlanta's going to win easily. Tampa needs this one. They're a 1.5 favorite on the road against Arizona. I watched the Eagles just abuse Arizona last week. The Cardinals aren't very good. Bucs are going to win by at least 1.5. The Packers, who earlier this week I called the best team in the NFC, well, they better be. They got to go into Minnesota and win. Sam Bradford, I don't care who's quarterback in the Vikings. They do not have a diverse offense with Dalvin Cook out. They don't run the ball very effectively. Packers have to go in to win in Minnesota. They're a 3-point favorite. I think they should win by at least that, if not more. I think they should win by a touchdown, as a matter of fact. And last but not least, the Atlanta Falcons, I thought, could be the best team in the NFC when the season started. They lost that bad game to Buffalo 2 weeks ago, and they've been sitting on it ever since. They're coming off a bye week, and they've been stewing about that Buffalo loss. That's some bad news for the Miami Dolphins, who come to town and are, I think, just going to get crushed by the Atlanta Falcons. I think that defense will get after Jay Cutler, cause a bunch of different turnovers, and the Falcons will win going away. They need to because they're 12-point favorites. I don't usually like laying 12 points, but I'm going to lay 12 points with the Falcons tomorrow against the Dolphins. So a quick review of my picks. Jets plus 10, Bucs minus 1.5, Packers minus 3, and the Falcons minus 12. Let me thank Ronnie Cook, my guest from 93.7 The Fan in Pittsburgh. The boys on the other side of the glass, punching all the right buttons and producing today's affair. Hey, I'm going to do this again tomorrow. You better be here.
And I'm Jerry Rice saying so long from San Francisco.
Thank goodness. Oh, these overtime games are just killing my back.
You should try the patch.
The patch?
The Tiger Balm patch. It's a blend of essential oils that goes deep into aching muscles and joints for fast, soothing pain relief. I go for Tiger Balm after every game.
What every armchair quarterback needs, proven pain relief.
And a good wide receiver.
You don't know any, do you?
Roar back from pain with Tiger Balm. It works where it hurts.
You check things all the time, like your email every 10 seconds, or your ex's Instagram. But what about checking something as important as your credit? Well, Discover makes it quick, easy, and best of all, free. Discover is now offering FICO credit scores to everyone for free, even if you're not a customer. And checking your score won't hurt your credit. We call it the Discover Credit Scorecard. And once you know your score, you should check to see if your current credit card is the best fit for you. Check your credit, compare your card. Go to discover.com/credit scorecard. Limitations apply.
I make my Texas superfood from 55 raw, vine-ripened fruits and vegetables. You can see all 55 on TexasSuperfood.com.
All of the nutrients that we need on a daily basis. I lost 60 pounds. I mean, that's huge.
Since I've been on superfood, I haven't been sick.
I'm Dennis Black. Join us on TexasSuperfood.com.
TexasSuperfood.com.
Or call 877-55-TEXAS. That's 877-55-TEXAS. 877-55-TEXAS.
Attention all authors. Page Publishing is looking for authors. Have you written a book and want to get it published? Page Publishing will get your book into bookstores and for sale online at Amazon, Apple iTunes, and other outlets. They handle all aspects of the publishing process for you. Printing, cover art, publicity, copyright, and editing. Call 800-501-3689 now for your free author submission kit. That's 800-501-3689 for your free author submission kit. Again, 800-501-3689.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-735-8360. That's 800-735-8360. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-735-8360.
If you're 85 or younger, would you like peace of mind and comfort for your family? We're Final Expense Direct with an urgent message for you. The average funeral today costs over $8,000, but the most you'll get from government benefits is $255. How will your family pay the difference? We can help. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam. You'll have lifetime coverage, and your plan can't be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Call now for free information about our senior plans. Answer a few simple questions and receive approval right on the phone. Plus, call right now and we'll give you a discount prescription card for free. Call 800-240-0069. That's 800-240-0069. Again, 800-240-0069.
You owe over $10,000 in back taxes. You've called every tax firm out there. They all say the same thing, making promises they never keep. And you're sick of it. What you really need is a new start on your back taxes. If you're faced with garnishments, levies, audits, or years of unfiled tax returns, we'll fight to get you the new start you deserve. Call 1-800-312-9970. Our New Start program could stop collection efforts, remove any liens the IRS has in place, and help you reduce your back taxes by as much as 80%. That's right, 80%. Don't wait until another tax season ends and another year of penalties and interest are added to your balance. If you owe at least $10,000 to the IRS and need a new start on your back taxes, call 1-800-312-9970. That's 1-800-312-9970. Let the professionals at Coast One Financial Group fight to get you the new start you deserve. Again, that's 1-800-312-9970.
WRIE Erie and W242CU Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260. Sponsored by Bianchi Honda's Auto Butler, making your car new every 6 months.
Sports Flash.
I'm John Fass. We'll get to the college football in a moment, but we begin with baseball. Game 1 of the National League Championship Series in Los Angeles. They head to the top of the 6th inning, where the Cubs and Dodgers are tied at 2. Chicago on the board thanks to a 2-run home run in the 4th by Albert Almora. Meanwhile, Los Angeles answered in the bottom of the 5th. Yasiel Puig, an RBI double. Charlie Culberson with a sac fly. Jose Quintana and Clayton Kershaw, the starters. Meanwhile, the Astros have taken a 2-0 series lead over the Yankees. That after a 2-1 victory today in Game 2. Jose Altuve scored the game winner in the bottom of the 9th on Carlos Correa's walk-off double. Correa also drove in the first one with a solo home run. Justin Verlander, the story in this one, though, he went the distance, allowing just 1 run on 5 hits with 1 walk and 13 strikeouts. Meanwhile, to that college football top 25 scoreboard early in the 4th, Central Florida all over East Carolina. It's 56-14. Alabama with an easy lead on Arkansas at home. Crimson Tide with a 38-3 advantage there early 4th. Meanwhile, in the 3rd, Ohio State leads Nebraska in Lincoln 49-7. 3rd quarter, Georgia has opened up a 47-21 lead at home against Missouri. Also in the 3rd, it's South Florida 30, Cincinnati 3. 2nd quarter, Michigan State leads Minnesota 17-6. And at the break, USC trailing Utah 21-7. Earlier, LSU took down number 10 Auburn 27-23. Wisconsin got by Purdue 17-9. Freshman running back Jonathan Taylor, 30 carries, 219 yards, and 1 touchdown. Oklahoma won the Red River rivalry with a 29-24 win over Texas. Miami edged Georgia Tech 25-24 on a 24-yard field goal with 4 seconds left to play. Oklahoma State drilled Baylor 59-16. Memphis dropped 25th-ranked Navy 30-27. TCU downed Kansas State 26-6. Meanwhile, 24th-ranked Texas Tech entered its matchup with West Virginia, ranked for the first time in nearly 4 years. However, it doesn't look like they're going to stay there very long.
3 receivers in this set to the right, 1 to the left. Greer dropping to throw. Fires the ball. It's into the hands of White. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! second score of the fourth quarter from 17 yards out. And for the first time this afternoon, West Virginia takes the lead.
Tony Caridi on the Mountaineers IMG Sports Network. West Virginia scored the final 29 points of the game. They knock off the Red Raiders 46-35. NC State dumped Pitt 35-17, and Michigan slipped past Indiana 27-20 in overtime. And after missing last week's game with a hamstring injury, Titans quarterback Marcus Mariota listed as questionable for Monday night's game with the Colts. I'm John Fass.
Fantasy football players, check out Fantasy Football Today, Sunday mornings at 11 Eastern on CBS Sports Radio.
CBS Sports Radio.
Hi, I'm Jamie. I won $1,000 with 4K a day.
The 4K a day giveaway on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
CBS Sports Radio presents Eye on Fantasy Football.
Help line snap to Bradford. He's looking left. Oh, he's hit again, and he just goes down. Sam Bradford was not even hit that hard. He just went down. Trubisky goes out of the shotgun. The rookie from North Carolina takes the snap, looking over the center of the field, sees nothing, runs out to the right, passes, intercepted by Harry the Hitman.
Watson lofts it, caught by DeAndre Hopkins for the touchdown. For Hopkins, his third touchdown catch of the night. For Watson, his fifth touchdown pass of the night.
Second down, low snap, picks it up. Same play, fade, left side, grabbed over the shoulder, caught by Devontae Adams. Touchdown Packers with 11 seconds to play.
Cutler fires, end zone, it's caught, touchdown Dolphins. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown of the year.
Hogan is underneath center, steps up in the pocket, fires left sideline. Oh, what a catch by Njoku! Touchdown! What a catch by the rookie Njoku!
Here are your hosts, Adam Azer and Dave Richard.
And we are coming to you live from the O'Reilly Auto Parts studio. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. We welcome you to Week 6, and for the next 2 hours, we're talking fantasy football, answering your questions, getting your lineup set. And my guess is, Dave Richard, before the end of the show, Ezekiel Elliott's going to have his suspension, upheld and put back on hold. Probably, I'm saying no less than 3 times in the next 2 hours.
Well, if I have anything to do with it, he will have no suspension, and fantasy owners will happily start him week in and week out all season long.
Judge David Richard.
Oh, that's a scary thought.
Of the appeals court. All right, I'm Adam Azer of CBSSports.com. That's Dave Richard, our senior fantasy football writer. Yeah, I'm assuming you're pretty pumped. You're always pumped up. You pumped for Week 6?
I'm pumped for Week 6, and I know what it's like now when an NFL player plays through an injury. Because let me tell you, I'm playing through an injury here on the radio and moving forward. Adam, I went to my favorite yogurt shop, frozen yogurt shop in Boca Raton.
Oh, no.
And they had the most wonderful flavor of frozen yogurt, Cafe Mocha. I enjoyed some. I took some home. When the time came later to enjoy some more of it, I tried opening the lid, and the plastic edge of the lid cut into my finger. There was blood. And so I have got a cut on my finger. As you know, I'm a writer. I type a lot.
Right hand or left hand or what?
Right hand. My right pointer finger.
Can't
I got
even write
a
with a pen?
big Band-Aid on it. I have a hard time using my mouse on my laptop.
No.
I am probable for fantasy football tomorrow on CBS Sports Radio, and I'm probable for fantasy advice on CBS Sports for the rest of the week, but I'm not at 100%. And it's a good thing we're on radio tonight and that the frozen yogurt made the hurt of the finger bleeding feel better because it was so delicious, and now my throat and my voice is ready for the next 2 hours.
You know what bothers me is, you were trying to be healthy. This wouldn't have happened if you just gotten ice cream.
If I had just gone and gotten, because that comes in like a cardboard container or paper or whatever they do to make the paper container good. I should have just gone to the store and gotten the regular fattening ice cream.
Lesson learned, everybody. Now we know. All right, so that was an interesting intro to the show and a fun story. And Dave always has good food stories. That's what we love about Dave. So this is Eye on Fantasy Football. Again, we're live until midnight. We are taking your phone calls. Already got a full board of calls, so we'll get to them. 855-212-4CBS. 855-212-4227 is the phone number. And Ezekiel Elliott, all right, he is facing a 6-game suspension. It is currently on hold. It could be back on as early as Monday. Alfred Morris is owned in 69% of CBSSports.com leagues. Darren McFadden is owned in 55% of leagues. Of course, they have a bye this week, next week at San Francisco. Which Dallas running back just between the two, Morris and McFadden, would you prefer, Dave?
I said all along that I had a funny feeling, a gut feeling, and obviously I'm eating a lot of cafe mocha yogurt. I got a big gut now. I had a funny feeling that Darren McFadden would be the guy. And there's a writer for the Cowboys website named Brian Brodus who expects McFadden to indeed be that guy. And this is why I almost never want to listen to coaches. I'd rather just react to what they do. And I think Jason Garrett did the very smart thing by making McFadden inactive for these first 5 games. They don't need him. They've got Ezekiel Elliott. And if he goes down for a game, then Alfred Morris can handle it. And if Ezekiel Elliott is indeed suspended, I think McFadden is the one they push out there. And here's one other point that I would like to make. How is Alfred Morris on passing downs?
Not so good.
And do the Cowboys like using one running back all the time as much as they can?
Well, they have.
That's a yes. So I think Darren McFadden is the better fit for what they want to do. And they can use him as a pass catcher, as a pass blocker, and certainly as a traditional running back as well, and they can't do it with Alfred Morris. I think it is McFadden. I have gone ahead in my leagues, and I've picked up McFadden everywhere I possibly could, whether I have Zeke or not, whether I have the roster space or not. I have cut some incredible players to make room for McFadden. I'm going with my gut on this one, Adam. I think he's the guy to pick up.
Okay, quick run through the news, then we'll get to your phone calls. Matthew Stafford expected to play through an ankle injury. Derek Carr is going to play. You want to avoid him, right, Dave?
No. I like Derek Carr.
You're in on Carr?
I think he's going to be fine. I like the fact that he's been practicing. It hasn't been full practices for him, nor has it been full practices for the Raiders because the fire's burning out there in California. My heart is there right now. But I think Derek Carr is going to try and go out there and play well, and I'm just not impressed with this Chargers defense.
Okay, well, they do allow the 4th fewest passing yards per game in the NFL, but that's because people don't really pass on them. We'll see if Carr comes out slinging a little bit. Hoping for Marcus Mariota, but right now we still don't know. Could be a game-time decision, and unfortunately that's a Monday night game, so you might have to play it safe. Rex Burkhead won't play, and the Jets are the Patriots' opponent. The Jets have been terrible against pass-catching running backs, so James White, good matchup for him.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that Rex would play. I think he would have had a good game.
He could have, sure. Now, Ty Montgomery, Dave, is questionable. What do you think about Ty Montgomery and the Packers running backs?
At this point, I would be a little surprised if he played, and that would be the case even if he's active. I don't see why the Packers would rush him back on the field. Okay. I don't get it. If he really has a broken rib that's literally floating around and could cause further damage, they should let him rest. And my hunch is that they will. But if he does play, that must mean that they think that this is a must-win game against Minnesota, and it kind of is. But I would imagine they would still lean on Aaron Jones. And I don't love the matchup for either running back, to be honest with you. I'm a little nervous about Aaron Jones this week.
And Stephon Diggs is out this week against Green Bay. Devontae Parker is out this week at Atlanta. Bigger boost for Adam Thielen or Jarvis Landry or both?
It's a boost for both, but certainly for Adam Thielen. And I think what it means specifically for him, you know how he can line up anywhere, right? He can line up in the slot. He can line up out wide.
I didn't know you wanted me to. I thought that was rhetorical.
I just wanted to make sure that everybody
knew
what
that.
We were talking. I know you do, Adam. There's people listening. I'm not sure they know. Michael Floyd and Laquan Treadwell are the other wide receivers in Minnesota, and I think that they're used to lining up on the outside. I think that's where the Vikings are going to be comfortable lining him up. Adam Thielen's going to play in the slot. He's going to line up against the slot corner for the Packers. His name is Quentin Rollins. That young man, Quentin Rollins, allowed over 120 yards to Adam Thielen the last time these two teams played. I doubt they're going to double cover Adam Thielen, and I bet he's going to get at least 10 targets. So Adam Thielen is a number 2 wide receiver this week.
You like him better than Landry?
I like him better than Landry, regardless of format.
All right, let's go to the phones and hear from our friends out there on the lines. 855-212-4CBS. One of our friends, longtime listener, Ernest in Texas. Ernest, you're on Ion Fantasy Football.
Good evening, my friends. How are you doing?
Ernest, what's up, cuz?
Hey, how are you, Dave? Hey, real quick, first of all, Adam, how was your fiber bar, sir?
Well, thank you for asking. I'll have to get into it a little bit later, but there are like so many vending machines in this office, and they're conspiring against me. So I have not had one. I lost $1 already. It's been a rough food night for both of us, Dave. You're not the only victim here.
Yeah.
So no fiber bar yet.
I mean, I almost had to go to the ER over my finger.
And they're also out of the fiber bar, so I was going to try to get. It's a long story, Ernest. But what can we help you with tonight?
I'm sorry to hear about that. Okay, so I heard the news. You said Burkhead is out. So This is my bye week. I have really low running back options. Right now I picked up Lewis from the Patriots. So should I stay with that, or should I try for the bonanza and go with Shane Vereen, as Adam said earlier?
Oh, well, that's not the bonanza. That bonanza. That's the bold prediction. So,
Ernest, is your league PPR or standard?
Half-point PPR.
I would lean toward Vereen for that reason. I think he is going to catch a lot of passes. I think Adam made a lot of sense when we talked about it on our podcast this week. Look, the Giants don't have a lot of players who can catch the football very well. Vereen is one of them. They're going to be playing from behind. It means Vereen's going to be playing a lot more. I wouldn't be surprised if he had 8 carries and 6 catches, and that alone should fall him into 50 yards. That's 8 fantasy points in a half-point PPR. You'd be happy with that at this point.
If you go to the CBSSports.com NFL scoreboard, it should say 14-0 Broncos already. That could be a 30-point game. Scott in Baltimore. Scott, you're on Eye on Fantasy Football.
Hey, guys. How you doing? Got a trade question for you. Half-point PPR, 10-team league. I was offered Antonio Brown and Carlos Hyde. I'm a little worried about Hyde.
You should be.
For Martin and Julio Jones.
Oh,
yeah.
Brown and Hyde, Martin.
I think you're getting ripped off here, and it wouldn't be that way maybe 2 weeks ago when we didn't think Carlos Hyde was on the edge of losing his job. But as it turns out, San Francisco, they're going to play the hot hand, and now there have been 2 reports in the last 6 hours talking about how the 49ers are ready to move on from Carlos Hyde. They're going to try and trade him. They're not going to get much for him if they do try and trade him. And I don't know what team out there would be desperate enough to trade for Carlos Hyde at this point. It's kind of, we could think about that one as the show goes on, Adam. But I think I'd rather have Doug Martin and Julio Jones the rest of the way. We clearly haven't seen the best of Julio.
And I think Dallas, by the way?
What's up?
Dallas?
No, they've got Ezekiel Elliott. When he comes back, he'll be great. They can get by with McFadden and Morris. I don't think they trade for him.
How about the Cardinals? Matt Breida, by the way, 51% owned.
Go get him.
Very good stash candidate. 855-212-4227. Alan in Philly. What up, Alan? You're on Eye on Fantasy Football.
What's up, gentlemen? Adam, I'm up near your area, kind of. Bayhead, New Jersey this weekend. You know where that is?
I have no idea, but that sounds very nice. I don't know the area all that well.
That's all right. Well, anyway, I have a trade question for you, Dave, as well. Just to level set, I have Ben Roethlisberger. This is a full-point PPR. I've been offered Drew Brees and Demaryius Thomas for Travis Kelce and Amari Cooper. Just want to know what you think on that. Thanks.
Who would your tight end be if you got rid of Kelce? Because I think that's
right now I have Fleener on the bench. I probably would stream.
It's a close call, and I think I would lean toward doing it. I know that Cooper's value right now is in the toilet, but I think you do it because you can't trust Roethlisberger. And if your team has a winning record right now, say it's 3-2 or better, I think you make the move because you can't trust Roethlisberger, and you get Breeze this week at home against the Lions. He's got a lot of home games left. I think you make the swap.
I think Ben Roethlisberger is going to have a big second half. I think that Dave, and I've been thinking about this a lot actually over the weekend. There just always seems to be players, and I cover fantasy baseball too, that they just have terrible halves or 4-game stretches or whatever. Remember Jordy Nelson? Remember the Thursday night game last year? Jordy Nelson got Aaron Rodgers threw so many passes. Jordy Nelson got nothing, and we're sitting there going, "Look, you're not going to drop Jordy Nelson, but he's not going to be as good. Maybe he's getting old. Maybe he's not recovered from the ACL injury." He was incredible after that.
He was.
Football, baseball. Manny Machado. Well, he's not doing this. He's not doing that. He's going to be fine, but he's not going to be great. He was great. This just happens. And sometimes it seems like there are logical explanations, but even with that, I just feel like it's too early for Ben Roethlisberger to fall off this cliff. I'm very interested to see what happens with his right tackle, Marcus Gilbert, back. We got to go to break. I'll give you the last word, but I really think that Roethlisberger is going to bounce back. I don't know if it's going to be this week, but I think people are going to – I think he's a great buy low candidate. I really do.
Well, at this point, he's not just a buy low candidate. He's a add off the waiver wire candidate because I've seen him cut in a bunch of leagues. I'm nervous about him, and I can't start him until I see him do something good on the field. Last week should have been a decent week for him. He was back at home. Jacksonville's defense, I guess they proved they were for real, but a lot of it had to do with Roethlisberger not being on target. It's a problem.
Okay, we're going to take a break on Eye on Fantasy Football. More of your calls, 855-212-4CBS, and we've got some wide receiver stashes for you when we come back.
Keep it here for more Eye on Fantasy Football on CBS Sports Radio.
If you can't seem to stay ahead of your bills, then this message is for you. How would you like to have a large portion of your credit card debt, medical bills, and department store debt forgiven? National Credit Card Relief would like to give you free information on a proven debt forgiveness program. This program has been used by thousands to legally forgive millions in unsecured debt. It's not bankruptcy. It's not consolidation. This special program actually wipes clean the portion of your debt that is forgiven from what you owe your creditors. Call for free information and get all your questions answered in the first free call. The more you owe, the more you can save. If you have at least $10,000 or more in credit card bills, this debt forgiveness program can be very effective. Call for free information and find out more now. 800-291-6670. There is no cost or obligation for the information. Don't wait. Call 800-291-6670. That's 800-291-6670. Get your debt problem solved. Call 800-291-6670 today. Not available in North Dakota.
How will the recent massive data breach affect you? Is your personal information at risk? If you are a Discover credit card member, there's an important action you can take to help protect yourself right now. Go online and sign up for Discover's free Social Security alerts. Once activated, we will alert you if your Social Security number is found on any one of thousands of risky websites. Learn more and sign up for free alerts at discover.com/free alerts. Limitations apply.
Are you looking for senior care for your mom or dad but don't know where to start? Hi, I'm Joan London with The Place for Mom. Nobody knows your parent or loved one better than you, and nobody knows senior living better than the experts at A Place for Mom. It's a free service, and we've helped thousands of families find the right place for their mom or dad. There's a place for answers, A Place for Mom. Call today.
Call A Place for Mom at 1-800-395-0633. That's 1-800-395-0633.
How will the recent massive data breach affect you? Is your personal information at risk? If you are a Discover credit card member, there's an important action you can take to help protect yourself right now. Go online and sign up for Discover's free Social Security alerts. Once activated, we will alert you if your Social Security number is found on any one of thousands of risky websites. Learn more and sign up for free alerts at discover.com/free alerts. Limitations apply.
How would you like $134 worth of courtside seats to the Erie Bayhawks for just $50? You can't get much closer than that. Here's what you do. The Erie Manicore Club presents the Erie City Mission Radiothon going on now. You can call in, donate $50 to the Erie City Mission, and you'll get 2 courtside seats to any November or December home game of the Erie Bayhawks. 2 tickets, $134 worth of tickets for just a $50 donation to the Erie City Mission. Get up close and prime sitting to the Erie Bayhawks action and help the Erie City Mission too. That's a win-win all the way around. The Erie Manicore Club is one of the most unique social organizations in Erie. While much of the club has changed since 1871, they still proudly honor and value the traditions of the past with over 140 years of history and continuous community service. The Erie Manicore Club membership has its privileges, and they're proud to be helping the Erie City Mission give hope and opportunity to thousands of vulnerable men, women, and children. That's our city, our mission. Call 814-868-5355 weekdays between 8:30 and 5:30 to donate.
Hi, this is Maury Moreland Morrison, here to tell you Geico has more than just great savings. Much more. Geico's been around for more than 75 years, back when they were using Morse code. Sorry, that's just my sense of humor. What's more, with Geico you get 24/7 access to licensed agents on the app, online, or over the phone, so you can talk to them at night or in the morning. So forevermore, just know that no other auto insurer has more than Geico. More power to you. Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Credit card debt ruining your life. Now you can have a large portion of your credit card debt forgiven. Get Relief Today wants to give you free information that shows you how. This program is proven to work for credit card debt, medical bills, and department store debt. Thousands of people have used it to have a portion of their credit card debt forgiven. Call now for free information and a consultation, and we'll give you the secret to this money-saving program absolutely free. Get eye-opening information that could save you thousands of dollars a year or a month, depending on how much you owe. In fact, the more you owe, the more you can save. All you need is to owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, medical bills, or department store debt to qualify. So call for free debt forgiveness information now at 800-207-8558. That's 800-207-8558. Discover the secret to having your credit card debt forgiven. Call 800-207-8558. 800-207-8558.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, and I just won $1,000 from 4K a day.
The 4K a day giveaway on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Now more Eye on Fantasy Football on CBS Sports Radio.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're live until midnight Eastern here on CBS Sports Radio. I'm Adam Azer with Dave Richard, and we're going to give you a couple of sleepers for the week, for Week 6, and we're going to take your calls at 855-212-4227, 855-212-4CBS. That's the phone number here. All right, Dave Richard. Ask me a sleeper wide receiver, he says. Okay, your floor is yours. Tell us, who's a sleeper wide receiver for Week 6?
So, in doing my research with the Giants-Broncos game, I noticed that the Broncos usually use 2 wide receivers, and we know who they are, Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. They have a third receiver. He plays in the slot mostly. It's Benny Fowler. And we know that Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, who usually plays in the slot for the Giants, not going to play this week. He's suspended because he's upset with what's going on with the team. That means that we're going to see a lot of Eli Apple on the field. He's been burned by pretty much every wide receiver they've played against. And it also means we're going to see Ross Cockrell playing in the slot. He's been burned by a lot of receivers. So if you are absolutely desperate for a wide receiver this week, or if you play daily fantasy and you want a wide receiver that nobody's thinking about, Benny Fowler is somebody that you can turn to, and I think he's got a chance. So he had a 2-touchdown game earlier this year. Maybe he's ready for another one. There's another receiver. You might have heard of him. You might have heard me talk about him. His name is Kenny Golladay of the Lions. Adam, he's healthy, and he's back.
Are you ready to get on the Matthew Stafford train now?
Well, maybe. I really don't want to start Stafford until I see him actually play well. I don't like the fact that he's playing hurt, and I don't like the fact that his offensive line isn't doing well. But if he's got Kenny Golladay and he just keeps chucking those deep balls to him, Kenny's going to come down with at least one of them. And that will help Stafford. It'll help the Lions. And it'll help everybody that joins me on the Kenny Golladay bandwagon. I'm picking him up in a bunch of leagues tonight.
Okay, and if you want to stash a wide receiver, Mike Williams of the Chargers or Corey Davis of Tennessee. Williams might play this week. Davis might be back next week. And they're both pretty darn available. Who would you rather have, Davis or Williams?
I'd rather have Williams because he plays now.
Yeah, but let's say you're not starting him. Okay,
I'd rather have Williams because he's playing now. If Williams goes out
difference?
There, because I've got Williams on the field sooner than I've got Davis on.
You're not starting him.
I'm not starting either one. But I want the guy that has a chance to play first who could break out first.
All right, fine.
That's why. If he goes out there and he plays and he gets 10 targets and he catches 1 for 8 yards, I can cut him and go get Corey Davis. I've got the best of both worlds.
Who's the best streaming quarterback this week? Hogan, Hoyer, McCown, Brissett, Simeon?
I think I'd probably have to go with Brissett. I think he's started to play a lot better lately. I like the matchup against Tennessee. I would go with him ahead of guys like pretty much everyone you named, Hoyer, Hogan, Simeon, and they're all going to be interesting plays in daily fantasy. This is going to be a very interesting daily fantasy week.
Okay, let's go to the phones at 855-212-4227. Goose in Illinois, you're on Eye on Fantasy Football.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, Gus? How are you?
Good. Over here sweating it out with these Cubs, man. But
you got to be a White Sox fan, then you don't have to worry about it.
So, guys, I've got a flex. Well, actually, I need 3 out of these 5. I've got Tyreek Hill. This is a half a point PPR, by the way. I got Tyreek Hill, Rashard Matthews, Will Fuller, and Amari Cooper. I've sat Amari the last 2 weeks, and I'm 2-0 in those weeks, but I'm itching to get him back in. Is this a good week to get him in? Again, 3 out of those 5, guys. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
If we find out on Sunday morning that Marcus Mariota isn't going to play, then I would sit Matthews and I would give Cooper a try. But if we find out that he is going to play, then I would sit Cooper because I feel like we've got to, I feel the same way about Amari Cooper as I do Ben Roethlisberger. I think that they've got to show us something. They've got to put some numbers up before we say, okay, they're back. Let's start them week in and week out. So Cooper's a guy I'm still using with lots of caution, number 3 type of wide receiver.
Jay in Baltimore. Jay, you're on Eye on Fantasy Football.
Good evening, gentlemen.
What's up, Jay?
Jay.
Just another day in paradise.
Baltimore.
Baltimore's a great place.
I don't know if I've ever been there. I'd have to go.
Well, check it out sometime. So I am in a PPR league. I need 2 running backs. I have C.J. Anderson, Duke Johnson, Mark Ingram, Lamar Miller, and Doug Martin.
Wow, you've got some great running backs. You're going to love having that depth later on this season. I think C.J. Anderson, even in a PPR league, is a must. Love the matchup against the Giants. Should be able to get 20 touches in that game. I think the Broncos win going away, and I think they can run the ball on the G-men in that game. I'm going to take Lamar Miller as the other one. And I've talked a lot of smack about Lamar Miller, and I've thought for a long time that he's way overrated. But he's been getting a lot of work lately, and he's playing Cleveland at home. And that's a good combination.
But they are good against the run.
They're going to lose. They're going to lose.
Oh,
and Lamar Miller's going to be fine.
I actually been pretty encouraged with the last 2 weeks for Lamar Miller because I've been kind of like you. Like I always sort of felt like, he's a fine player. The offense is going to hold him back. But we're seeing a better player and a more involved player over the last couple weeks.
Yep, 34 carries.
Has taken off.
34 carries the last 2 weeks, 6 catches for 71 yards and a touchdown the last 2 weeks. And, Deshaun Watson taking off has really helped Lamar Miller, who's been dominating touches, hasn't been giving them away to Deontay Foreman.
All right, we go to Nick in Boston, 855-212-4227. Nick in Boston. Nick, what's going on? You're an eye on fantasy football.
Hey, guys. So I need 2 out of these 3. Out of Abdullah, McKinnon, and Buck Allen in a half-point PPR. I was leaning Abdullah for one of them because of the matchup, but is the matchup even that good, or should I go with him?
I think the matchup is tough for Abdullah, and I think it's tough for McKinnon, too. To me, the slam dunk is actually Buck Allen, who I think the Ravens coaches trust. They gave him 47 snaps last week. Alex Collins had only 13 snaps. Of those 47 snaps that Allen got, 13 of them were inside the Raiders' 10-yard line. Alex Collins didn't even sniff that area. So when they're near the end zone, that's where you're going to see Buck Allen do his work. To me, he's a slam dunk. It's a close call between the other two. I don't want to buy into Jerick McKinnon being the savior in Minnesota just yet. I'm going to go with Abdullah. I like the work that Abdullah's been getting lately. It's been a lot like Lamar Miller, another running back who I might have written off a little too early, and he's starting to catch the ball a little bit more. I think both of them are decent this week, but I would lean toward Abdullah against the Saints.
855-212-4227. Andrew in Minnesota. Andrew, you're an eye on fantasy football.
Hey, guys. Heard my Mariota talked about it a couple times. Do I take the points in Carson Palmer, or, how early do you think we'll hear about Mariota? And then I guess the main question is, in a half-point PPR, I'm flexing Buck Allen right now. With Diggs out, does Kyle Rudolph get the nod over that in my flex, or Cameron Brate, or Adrian Peterson? Still feeling Buck Allen. Just want to get you guys' opinion on both of those. Thank you.
Andrew, I'm with you on Buck Allen. For the reasons I just covered, I think the Ravens like him, and I think they're going to continue to trust him until they can't. And then it'll be Alex Collins' time. But I don't see that happening this week. And Palmer, I think, is a safe way to go. I think it's great that you've got Palmer and Mariota on your team. Palmer's got a nice matchup against Tampa Bay. The offensive line's about as good as it's going to get in Arizona. And the receivers are about as good as it's going to get for him, too. And Adrian Peterson being there might actually be a good thing. It takes a little bit of pressure off of Palmer. He should be fine for another 300-yard game.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. He's had good matchups all season. He's given us one good game. So I'm ready for